Seda, I refrain when nipa home, and so damn in Bayane said, Miremfi papa, why am here? And see a nigga, Sedo. I refrain when nipa home, I dear Bakona, Miss Rani said, Miremfi papa, why am here? I said, me pump, Koshamechi, baby, I'm a friend, baby, I'm a D, or therefore, one now better me on your way. I said, Sissy, stand by and take account, or therefore, wait there, it had to be you. That's right. I said, me pump, Koshamechi, baby, I'm a friend, baby, I'm a D, or therefore, one now better me on your way. I said, me Sissy, stand by and take account, or therefore, wait there, it had to be you. It's money.
Well, hello all. Greetings to you wherever you are. Merry Christmas to each and every one. I hope your day yesterday was good and still enjoying today. I am really pleased for how far the Lord has brought us. Seems so surreal, but yes, still, we are still alive and kicking strong. Stay tuned with us. We have a lot for you today. A lot of recap for what happened during the year and where we are right now. Please share, like, follow. If you're on the radio, we really appreciate you guys. And do well to visit our YouTube page and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We really love you guys. Stay tuned.
So you help me close, so closer than a brother, so closer than a brother. Truth is, I gave up on myself, 'cause my back was against the wall, and it was on you now, but I gave you a call, and you answered my prayer at once. You made a way, but I gave you a call. Said my prayer at once. You made a way. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You boom, 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 Koshamechi. Baby, I'm a friend, baby, I'm a D. Or therefore, one now better me away. Hey, I said, me Sissy, stand back and take account. Or therefore, wait there, it had to be you. Empty money, money,
Yes, saying Yamina ye way out when I money to you, God. Yamina he in I so no dear be do be you do. And there I sit down kwa near the menyame. Maybe a full lines now. Oh, I sit down your mouth between the other. We want to celebrate this together. When I'm saying they are gifting day in Ghana and most of places in the world. Unlike here in the US, you did not Yandra, yeah, dear. It's a Ghana for them, so idiom dear. When I'm sad, there's some Ghana dear, but the day is still not over till it's midnight. Ghana. So we are celebrating with you, and anyone out there celebrating their birthday today. Happy birthday to you, Kofi Ghana. Happy birthday. Hope your coming year, new year, will be great and awesome. Stay tuned. Money,
that helped me welcome Travis Green, everybody.
Jesus, you're my everything, yeah. My everything is you, Lord. Yeah. Oh, 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 oh. Everybody say, yeah.
Well, what's the be a familiar sans or nunkuto no adum yen. Yebe, share you median ase. Remember me over my when mamma na kwaba. Na ya se bring your kuko no nye biri ya. Hello, Sly. Afishapo, Afri Combati, if you so.
If you're better than Yamyazon, the Biabako.
Amen. I hope so. Udene is going well.
I'm America by Brunya dear, Ubesia, Kukufuna, the area. Naga, Ghana City, and my fish in the Joe's days in Nanaka. A Drew Brunya, Skanaka, and Kukwe, Yasako Kola. Now, Woma went to Nukuno, Ukuna, and I was in the Tinin and son, who did the Tinin, what, dear. So, we are not Jawadi, you are carrying more, what you can not in China, Tinaja, one Caswa, you Pusu.
Wow.
And on Pusu non cry to be quine. Oh, Yabubesia, the tea and the Yama, dear Naja, you know, one Casa, dear. And so, ya Mrs. Adi, and I have a cook from Oko Mata, dear Kunuber for this Naja, the anchor cracker. And then Yamiasi in that bring a year come apart.
That is good. I was like Ghana Brunya the unlike a bridge. And this year so Brunya bia your father sa say COVID that one my ye things are different.
Yeah. And then one my bag, Korea, I want to bring an as first and cut 24 ska Kasi Brunya dear, Diana Crano. A challenge you see no pay Naka wasi na wishe ni wasu jana egja 24 from the J1 na mo wie bro atoto bronchi wie
Bro atoto interested.
Wo de training na wi ansana you know 25th no wadi so jana enyim na sa America the 24th for kura so kwadu.
Right. Yeda nyamiase wo pepen so di enedu so I am more official pa more fans are more joining, please do well to share and stay with us. Ye mo bi official pa ye bi line to ma betumi afre betumi awe share wo busua obi bi apeso wo share official pa. That is what we'll be doing today most of the time, but also give you a recap of how this year went. This year has been really unprecedented, unplanned. Thinking said Nima would have been better dealt with over the summer, but that didn't happen. But so far, so good. God being so good, we finally here in the U.S. have a vaccine. Yadenya miase. But I want to share this video with you. Let's see the president-elect of the U.S. or Jenny vaccine this week. Nature person me you know, or my Ghana movement say before be and some even not only that, but here too a lot of conspiracy theories are going around saying it's a vaccine, no, microchip and all of that. But which I don't believe that. So let's see if the president-elect got his and he's still alive and still kicking strong. I understand some of this vaccine you get double dose, like first one and a booster in couple weeks. So praying say bedu Ghana ho and obi owo has benyebi na life goes back to normal. So let's watch this video in a bit.
everything.
all the main things you've done for me.
I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Did you get to pick his Band-Aid? Oh, that's other one. Band-Aid.
Well, you've been awful busy, haven't you, Sam?
Oh, we have been. We have invested.
God love you. We owe you big.
I know.
Whole staff. It's been incredible.
Everybody kept up and doing what they need to do. So that's good.
All right.
She's from Cameroon.
Okay.
You want me to do it?
Guess you need everybody watching, huh?
I know. So that's okay. That's it. So this is all of what okay, check up something. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Got it up higher? All right.
Would you like me to come to you?
No, you just go ahead anytime you're ready.
You guys reminded me, do you expect that teachers will have early access to the vaccine? And if so, do you think that moves the timetable to get students back to class?
If you, it doesn't matter. If you think I need one, I'll put it on. Okay. Well, look, what I want to say is we owe these folks an awful lot. The scientists and the people who put this together, the frontline workers, the people who were the ones who actually did the clinical work. It's just amazing. And I wish we had time to take you through the whole hospital to see how busy and incredible you all are. And we owe you big. We really do. And one of the things is that I think that the administration deserves some credit getting this off the ground with Operation Warp Speed. And I also think that it's worth saying that this is great hope. I'm doing this to demonstrate that people should be prepared when it's available to take the vaccine. There's nothing to worry about. I'm looking forward to the second shot. So is Jill. She's had her shot earlier today. She loves shots, I know. But I've had so many. But at any rate, is that for me? My next visit. And but the important thing is that it's worth stating that this is just the beginning. It's one thing to get the vaccine out, and now Moderna is going to be on the road as well. But it's going to take time. It's going to take time. In the meantime, I know I don't want to sound like a sour note here, but I hope people listen to all the experts from the Dr. Fauci's on, talking about the need to wear masks during this Christmas and New Year's holidays, wear masks, socially distance, and if you don't have to travel, don't travel. Don't travel. It's really important because we're still in the thick of this. It's one thing to have the vaccine show up at a hospital. There's another thing to get the vaccine from that vial into a needle, into an arm. And there's millions of people out there that are going to need this. Frontline workers first. But I just want to thank everyone for all that they've done. There's some real heroes. Some real heroes. And you're among them. Thank you.
All right, so that was President-elect Joe Biden in the U.S. Earlier this week had his vaccine, the COVID vaccine. I am thankful they did this live for everybody to see, and for the misinformation going out, to counter that. It may probably say, hey, available in Ghana, everybody will be able to get that without hesitation. And I pray say be free to everyone, as it will be right here in the US. No, eduswa munyibi na yentumi into sayariase. We want our lives to go back to normal. This is not normal. The new normal is no good. Yeah, go back to where it used to be, where you can shake a brother, where you can give hugs and visit family without being worried. Say, ube contracted COVID. Akum nipa bebre. Some are not so lucky, and yeah, lucky enough to be alive. No, yende nyamia say, and thank God too for science. Say nyamia anomo musode vaccine aba. Yabeto aso. Do you have anything to say?
Yeah, me fan say, I mean, me who vaccine, me who, giving to people. Now, somebody can't be argument, but honestly speaking, me the man take it. It's a thing, sir. I mean, we be the side people, and we have to convince people to take it. And then I'm part of publishing, like communicating with the guys we work with to let them understand to work better. There's a kind of little bit of debate, with my workplace, because there are two kind of vaccine for the Medina and then the
Pfizer.
Yeah. So like my insurance is giving me a different one, and my workplace they give me a different one, but it's kind of the understanding I have in two different ways. Obia's foundation is different. Honestly, I convince people to take it, but to be honest, because I mean, family, make more fun in there. Wednesday they start to issue to most of it, but for now, it's an optional for us. And then some of us, for my own thing, I just want to see how people will
react to it before.
Yeah, they have gave the last dose, the fair dose on Wednesday, and I think mid-January, after a month later, they give them the second one. And as you go, they give it a card, they give it a sticker, and all kind of stuff. But for instance, honestly, we take it.
But down the line, I know so, but we're ready for it.
I mean, if everybody, who know more people, when how the reaction would be, the outcome and all kind of stuff, why not? I mean, we just like a free shot, and we're all going for that. For now, maybe
it was no problem, because I do understand say Obia have a different immune system and they react to things differently, and so that is more understandable. I know it be ready for this, and some who are really eager and ready, especially your mom, the underlying and the old age folks. So Obia had no opinion, but I do respect that and honor that each and every individual. Yeah, sure.
The question is that, like my workplace, we get tested, twice a
week.
Yeah, so they do rapid tests and then we do the lab test. So like beginning of your shift, you do personal rapid testing. That one is like 15 minutes. And then the
result will come in.
Like a test or a positive and negative. Aside that, along your shift, the other and the lab people will come, they will do the swab. That one, they'll take it to the lab. So we've been tested twice, let's say twice a week, which is twice a day, that day. And then even though mama vaccine, almost that's a debate going on. Why they get a vaccine, they still have to be tested like, every week twice, So that is why some of us, it's like, I will take the vaccine and still have to be, tested. So why don't I wait when they say, yeah, ma will be and
two say military before.
No, my point is that if the debate let me use my Majimo, because we are state employees, and some of us, our debate is why are we taking the vaccine and at the same time be tested twice a week. Look at my point, because on my Wednesday, we be tested every Thursday and every Saturday. Like today, for example, if I go to work, I will do the rapid test, and in the middle of the night, I have to do another, test. So if I take the vaccine, why do I have to do that again? And why at the same time I have to use the N95 again? You know what I mean? So it's like, what for vaccine, but you still have to go through those protocols.
Yeah, but the reason being why they said this virus is still out there, and we haven't dealt with it already. And even with the vaccines, now let me put this in this at this time with the vaccines. No, what vaccines no crana still. It was so she marks and copim say or make me come say you to me a containing yare a bernase answer you be loosening up some of the protocols in place for people to be free to go out without having problem or issues with this COVID thing. Why?
Because even with the vaccine, because to be honest with you, the whole of 2021, people have to run with the mask. Because let me give you a typical example of my workplace. We have more than 50 people, or maybe more than 100, almost 100 people are my infected. But the thing is that there's no medication we give to them. We don't even, we don't give them any medication. Even with staff, they don't take any medication. But the thing is that in my workplace, we didn't have any casualty like no. But the thing, like you said, everybody's immune system is different. But to keep Tylenol twice a day because of that in the amount of 4 times a day. No, they go with the same routine, the same thing. But they come out of it, without any
issues.
Yeah. The only thing you know is that the temperature will go up, and then they have some body weakness, and then you see they have like kind of fever rash kind of thing, and then you see that sometimes they get very weak and all kind of stuff. But as we go on, the only thing you see we just jump in there is just vitamin C, and then we make sure we just give it to them, twice a week, and that's it.
Wow.
So that is the kind of debate, some of us now use Harnum, and I said, it's a common vaccine. Vitamin C can push it. So why the need of it and that kind of stuff. So can you wanna
no problem. We'll continue to build your immune system, and they're very important. And COVID about whatever virus or whatever bacteria is going on out, you'll be able to overcome. Let's watch this video of President Nana Addo, the Christmas message to Ghanaians.
Fellow Ghanaians, on behalf of my wife Rebecca, my daughters, grandchildren, and members of my family, and on behalf of the government, I send best wishes of the season to you all as we celebrate Christmas. In a year filled with several highs and some lows, we're having for the first time in a long while to celebrate the birth of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ in a subdued manner. We're having to make merry, albeit under restrictions, as a result of the global pandemic of COVID-19, which has not spared our shores. In spite of this, the epic story of Christmas provides us with an opportunity once again to affirm our faith, hope, and trust in Almighty God and His only begotten Son, Jesus Christ, and to imbibe in us a deeper appreciation of a sense of hope in times of adversity and triumph over uncertainty. We in Ghana have good reason to be thankful to Almighty God for how far He has brought us. Our nation is united and at peace. We continue to be a beacon of democracy on the continent, having conducted, even in the midst of the pandemic, a transparent, free, fair, credible, and safe general election, which has been so adjudged by all impartial domestic and international observers. Our economy is rebounding at a much faster rate than originally anticipated. We're ensuring that the basic elements of social justice, that is wide access to quality education and good health care, are being met. Food is affordable and is in abundance in our markets. And we are seeing to the transformation of the Ghanaian economy, which will bring in its wake jobs for the youth of our nation. We're not there yet, but there's now a much greater belief that with discipline, determination, and hard work, we will make it. And I assure you that our nation is being put on the path of progress and prosperity. So, fellow Ghanaians, in all our celebrations and reflections on 2020, let us adhere to the COVID-19 protocols by respecting the enhanced hygiene and mask-wearing protocols. It may be unconventional, especially at a time when we gather to make merry, but that is one way to ensure that we will make it to the new year healthy and alive. Let us celebrate safely and responsibly. All of us must avoid anything that will jeopardize the lives of our beloved ones and put others in harm's way. Let us be a blessing on the lives of those in need, and through our actions, bring good cheer to all. I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. May the Christmas season bring you joy, and may the new year usher in a new era of blessing and growth for you and for everyone you hold dear, by the grace of the Almighty. May God bless us all in our homeland Ghana and make her great and strong.
Right. I mean, sure, baby. Just listen to this. To me, that means a lot. Despite everything, differences, how the year started, baby, I never take a course. Baby, I do. I still really can't find it because it's been really interesting. An interesting year with elections right here in the US and in Ghana, with fighting this virus at the same time. We've been really blessed. Really, really blessed. But also, with this week, all the protests across Ghana and Kumasi, but I don't know, we just got this press release this week from Accra. That was the 23rd. Police saw Mabande, all protests with the NDC request of me, and it's been banned with the Accra High Court from that day till I think January 10th. We have that. But my question is, why is it only in Accra but not the other part of the country? I thought it has to be general, because protest was a lot of distraction, tires and other stuff. Really, it's like pollution. It's really unhealthy for the air. I'm glad that this came through, that it be Accra on be okay, but what of the other part of the country, the other regions? No, do they have to do their separate? I think so. It should have been something that was done universal for the whole nation, because in your Kuruba Kona, many thoughts on that, but maybe lines need to more bit or thoughts about on. But I want to show a video of some of the protests with the Yawamoshe. Aside that, markets. Yeah, the just markets move, Kaneshie market, some of the other regions and so, and STC bus station in Kumasi and so. I just want to add in all this. Why are we, and who is behind burning all of these things? Niman be where buying property, be where private, but some of the to what would tomorrow bring or tomorrow holds in Krofonduma ne say? Would that change anything? Would that bring peace in the country? Which I don't think it would. Let's watch this. Well, so that's some of the videos that happened in Ghana during the week with all the protests. No Mahama, no peace. I'm just wondering, Sabia, in this season of Christmassy, if he has come out to talk to his supporters, say something that will bring peace back to the country. I don't know what your thoughts are, but those are my thoughts. So if you're out there, you're NDC, please don't put insult out here. That is my thoughts. So what they are maybe lines now over to me edu wajin tre aba. You can come inside.
I will start from the Christmas, from the president's, national address to Ghanaians, honestly, in fact, it was good, sir. He came out, sir, Bekasai, to comfort, some of the Ghanaians, now also to wish them, Merry Christmas. But in view of that, he talked about a whole lot about COVID, protocol, and also he also said something about safe peace and Christmas celebration, and also to be a blessing to other people and to appreciate what people, doing or what people have already done in their life. But the thing is, I know, sir, every year of election, there's a whole lot of tension, especially in Ghana. But looking at the election tension, the tension in election, also the COVID protocol, combining all these two together, I can say, sir, some of the measures are monitored from, it was good, and also to protect, some of the Ghanaians, in view of one, voting, and also looking at all these measures, and protecting some majority of the Ghanaians, and also people were also put themselves in a position, say, they will keep themselves safe. Now, the neighbors were keeping it safe. Talking about the protesting, if you say Ghana and two about Emma party be a wedding to be a Sabe Wajino, Ahujumu, and answer Wajino official. But to the point of going to that far for, let's say, weeks or days, like every single time, going to all various regions, various cities. Now, Shija. Now, did Tukwem. Now, one. Also, market. Also attacking people and also attacking the state or the government property. Minimum, honestly speaking, you can demonstrate. But if they captured those people on camera who set up fire on the STT buses there, those people had to be in court.
Yeah.
It's definitely causing financial loss to the state. Because one, if you demonstrate, you have the right to do it. But to the point of setting fire in other people's business, let's ask ourselves. So you now setting jail or somebody's business. So be the jail to business, how are you going to feel? It's individual property.
Wow.
Let's be honest, let's be fair over here. And then moreover, Jana will settle. I don't know. Say be a baby will settle Jano. Or make us say be a MPP. Support the
yeah.
And you did Jan to what? But here's the case: is there now they don't know MPP4, CPP4, DPF. All political parties. What I said? Open business. What you shut the man? Even irrespective of. So what you shut the man? He providing services to people in the country.
Yeah.
Obia high, Obia what Chianaka. All those people who you are putting on the spot, they'll be unemployed. You need to consider all these things. And then you are setting fire on different markets. That will show be a Japan. Do you want all those people to be homeless? Oh, this is not just protest. This is total wickedness. To be honest, you can, like I said, you can protect the whole thing. Opa, for Africa, swap. The faculty pram. Then not from council to pram. It's okay. So for us, it's peaceful. Not attaching people's stuff, attaching individual. It's okay.
That is true.
But if you trespass, you know what I mean? What trespass here? I mean, any rights. And then two, I want to talk about the injunction they put on the protesters. I'm in support of all right. Because one, Ghana have public arts, which says that before you can go for demonstration, one, you have to notice the security service.
Yeah.
Two, you have to give them the route. Ebi a wo se me fi circle, ye kwa adenta de ekon e ha na yefa. So they know say this protest what if 300 ye kwa. But when there's no my police notice bia. Obati you say demonstrations were Ashaman. Obati you say demonstrations were Adenta. Obati say before the police, the security service get to know, things are out of hand.
That is true.
They are attacking individuals. They are attacking people's cars. People are sitting in the trotro, and then you keep attacking them in the trotro. You are just attacking people. But here's the case. Let's look at this scenario. If somebody try to defend his rights, people will come out on the air say they are demonstrating and people are attacking them. But meanwhile, you started going into people's boundary. You are getting into people's personal space. And when you get to people's space, they become aggressive. What you say? Obi enu asabi, sabi. What the fancy ukuru? Anaso papa na mami. No one for the safiance so bo woni. Na katam say wajimi kakrenti. Obi hand them the zawoni.
Oh no.
Nobody. And two options. Option one, ubekati woni. And option two, bedan woni free ho. What you say? It ya tuaba. There's a protocol. So there's a protocol. You know what to do. Now, honestly, I want this. Even to the Mahama. Because the NDC people are coming and say, they didn't send anybody there. I remember no motto. No Mahama, no peace. No slide, no peace. No sky, no peace.
For BBA.
Yes. So if people are mentioning your name, people are demonstrating, going beyond boundaries.
I'm just wondering why, sir, on Kahodia, why I don't know, Ombeka BB, Momungai, but it seems like because you're part of it, I'm paying for you're part of it. This be other videos in paying for our more members of parliament and take core EC office. Going there for resorts once it's been already declared. You went back and you sat down, did a press conference showing your numbers, doing that. Why don't you just take it to the court? Procedure, what process will go through, but attention no more pay from the people and to bring chaos to the country. And I say almost strategy then anything because why I say why they are doing what they are doing.
Scott, let me tell you, let me say this, and I must be honest. The big political parties in Ghana, the NPP and the NDC, if somebody will be a Fanina and Siwa, I'm telling you, in every election year, things will get out of hand. And then the civilians will suffer. The reason I'm suffering, make us say they will suffer. Because say Obiaja Padiasio.
Yeah.
So Okoche Bosia. Say you run this kind of day.
Washing the tree. Yeah.
Have to start from
scratch.
Zero.
Yeah.
From scratch. What else is Okoche Bosia? Barclays Bank and Kubank and can't just assume to know you discover any bad debt. No. If they give you 2 years, what they can do is they give you more years to pay. What's the sign panic up? It is time you say Abuano or can be Abuano, so or can be. So this person, what you are what so the other partners say back, are also retired. And most civilians are going through hardship. Let's be honest and be frank in this. Because maybe come up with some Japadia. Now, Miss Me will be here. Me throw in there, Miss Macquack. I don't even want, oh, yeah, to be honest, so meet me storm unless at night, madam. But some storm now attack. I won't let you walk away. What you say? You say.
Yeah, it seems like Ejashini and Omuchan and Joe no moody and some boneno. Kaneshi de other ones in an NTSA or much a driver of an NDC, one of their deputies, in connection to this fire. Say you no crash, say you no crash, I'm pinning him. So can be, so one can be. Ube you are no saying. That is the question. Sika se nkwan yetu ama for you to be doing this. Sika obedi ebesa.
Say the airport I said they judicially have to put their feet down on certain measure going through election. When you get to election and then things like this happen, they have to deploy. They are complaining about deploying the military and then all these people in the court. I mean things like this. What do you expect?
Military nani betumi asano.
Things like this. Because people's life are at risk. Oh, and people's life is at danger. Say what can you put it job? Some call you shop na money ma. Because you never know. So what you shop na people are going to attack you and get it. And you do Tony Abua. Obiye no can be amount. And you never know the part of what attack no. Or you this ni, or you people ni. I mean, party ben belong. You are independent and you are. Abai say, abai aye what kind? It's another debt. STC amudi debt. It's a debt. I cannot be about state, you know. And those people now want set fire our business, you know. Abai have to pay something for them to have them to start afresh. Then you are never saying about do that to Omuka.
Yeah.
What I say? Obama president Teddy. It's the president now about them. And it's like, oh shit, or why do I pay and for the party before so you become a president? What sense does it make? Just that is the man. I'm so happy.
Then understand Syria, then they'll go for loans to come and try to fix things. Then so that still I can't do mine in him. How are we gonna pay for this?
Because here's the case. Because Obia Discover. In fact, EcoBank, it will become a bad debt. And every bad debt, it doesn't go against the bank. It go against the state, the Bank of Ghana. What I say, the seed money and whatever they give, the Bank of Ghana bear Brazil. In the Bank of Ghana, Brazil, was saying, and I said the government has shut down the banks. Then in one day. Yes, I mean it's that this is the most dirty time. What I know my course last week in the course, and I'm so happy. And then I believe and I understand that the reason why almost this protest, almost just to swallow Accra was one. Let's show Accra for instance. One, and you're very crowded.
Yeah.
What as Accra baby I be traffic over. Baby I before Accra traffic or maybe a traffic in any will be a bedroom as a but everywhere you go there's traffic.
Very bedroom.
I believe sir starting from Accra you're good because so that people will not gather so over here. Now I support I mean share another video be GAAM Greater Accra Assemblymen all Greater Accra and Other baby our party no, they all come together. And then they issue a statement to the secret personnel and say, Obia who say Persuaso, all your demonstration be our police in the bad don't pay and every day themselves they will start attacking the police before the police arrive. Until after that statement they buy and who say police for so I could that to stop everybody obey protest. What is the good thing? Because most circle all this damage that will cause on the roadside, a jam with the 2 street. They say, maybe I will be that one. A ben nanny. After 6 months, the port to a better.
Yeah.
No one's a better radio so. And yes, I Syria. What did the president at that time?
So when you're going to
Why you crazy? No must I catch and say a quiet me. A pano ye no must a quiet me. But I say protest no was so jaw kwan what can say you kwan say no wa me yama so which is which
exactly
if we go in the you see you share there you share democracy every of you share say no see America they protest you protest there's a lot of protests everywhere but you push us in Japan you saw no kwan obian soldier there is no attacker say I could grab for you fair and no matter cause of Ghana fair with this election with these two big parties and fair TSM I've heard a whole lot of messaging from other parties and other people trying to say they come into their territory no more best idea they also go and attack them and like I said I want no kind of bread because say they obia bread in fear or ya juma dia hwe na busiafo or ya jumi after hwe ade abo na busi or the boa wo man no what I say obia wa ya juma bia at least wa high nipa ba mienu miensa and to be honest with that to pay one person so what for bu adwuma mu Ghana na wo twia ne ka musumi bia enye easy even to pay yourself credit adwuma no kra wo busiafo kra na ye na mfa so de hwe wo asho ma wo school near ya look at how it is now better one say better was you must employ other people to pay them it is can make mama kasa here one I support police for now they under to protest this is what I did there me no be agree 500% say if be a move say we yes yeah they should arrest that person. And for now, no meaning sir, obi a protest biano. Now because they say it's can you talk about a police for and you say the military have about bread. You have a right.
Let's watch this.
But let have access to him. That's why the law says that in any place it should be a lawyer of his choice. You are denying the lawyer access. And you see, I see all this to intimidate the NDC people because his boss Peter Otukno had been vocal in these matters. So if they pick something from him and come and say that yes we picked the gun, we picked this, and he says it was his boss who gave it, is all act of intimidation. They have everything they want to do to intimidate us, and we will not be intimidated. A crime is a crime. If he's committed a crime, why not? So tell us that it is this crime we're investigating. He's committed. Why don't you want us to have access to him? And if it's a crime, we will go through the process. If he's found guilty, he will pay the price for it. He will be punished for it. But why don't want to give us the information? Have access to him. And you see, we are in times that are not normal. Times that tension is rising. Look, I've been saying that the security agencies, they should be careful. They will do one thing, a spark that will ignite the already tension. People are angry. There's tension. They shouldn't do things like they used to do and thinking we have the power. It's not right. And if you are calling for peace, you preach peace, and in private you do the otherwise. You come. Find out what are the issues. What are people agitated about? Don't just go and say we want peace so nobody should do anything. You think if you arrest people without giving them access, they should sit at home. They should sit at home and say because you have the law. We are all equal before the law, and we should be treated equally before the law. I'm surprised that people who talk about rule of law, paragons of the rule of law, will be doing the otherwise. And people, the eminent citizens, people are saying they are not ready to inquire into the issues. Inquire into the issue. What is it? It's just like you have two children. One is always beating the others. Then you say, it's okay, I want peace. You don't want to inquire. I don't think if they don't inquire and find out what our sentiments, what our issues, legal, and then it may elude us. Because we will also not understand that. At least give us a fair hearing. Give us some justice. Then we will all move along. We would say, yes, we know things didn't go well. We want peace. For the sake of it, we are moving ahead. But if you just tell us, it's just like I'm leaving my house, my household. Then you want to take a decision for me in my household. When all all the facts that I have in my household. You don't have that fact in your house, and you want to take decision for me. It doesn't work like that.
Okay, so in context of this video, how do you inquire? Do you inquire by setting fire in businesses? Do you inquire by protesting? Not a peaceful one, setting fire on streets? How do you do inquiries?
Scott, let me come in from the video and also me with Peace FM. And then what he's saying and what he said on Peace FM, it was different. Okay, so this is this is the protocol of the BNI. Okay, so BNI invited me and that's what picking somebody is up. This is the protocol. They have 48 hours to do their investigation.
Mm-hmm.
After the 48 hours, they can give you to your lawyer, and your lawyer will have to ask you a question: what happened? Charges are on the ball. Within the 48 hours, it's up to them to give you access or not. After the 48 hours, it's two options. Option one, either the BNI will have to send it to court. Or to court, that charges out of the ball, that kind of court, and now say they have to release it.
Mm-hmm.
There are two options. According to him, I listened to my piece of it. So for him to go, he said first he went to BNI, and the BNI did obi number man said he went to the headquarters, and then they have to send him to the regional to look for somebody Nepano and so Obusano Oman access to go and talk to this guy. And then when he went to regional, they catch and say Nipani. Then he have to come back to the headquarters, and the headquarters have to let him know, say Nipani ni what there, Nipani na case one himself. The side Nipani case one himself, side Nipani have to give him access to ask him questions, say, hey, Charlie Benny, the abo on this animal. But Okoya Nipani ni what? But on no person say Nipani, peace FM, and it was the whole debate because there was like 2 or 3 lawyers. And then they were, explaining the law.
Mm-hmm.
And then according to him at Peace FM, so could change Peace FM, he said what I'm saying. I'm using his words. This is what kind.
In quote.
Said, in quote, said, when BNI invites somebody, one, they can hold on to the person for 48 hours without an access. Until after 48 hours, they have only 2 options. Option 1, they have to release the person. Or option 2, they have to send the person to court. Not charges on the judge have to come out with charges. Either say that the Nipano ever to prison and a jail and not say the Benjamin. But you telling all this person, you're a lawyer. You know the protocol. So coming all this, making all this threats against the judiciary, the security service. So one day they will invite somebody, and there's a tension over it. Is it the first time say BNI invite you? No. Is it the first time BNI go through their protocol to the point that holding off somebody for 48 hours, and after 48 hours, 2 hours sent to the court, and that's a release them? No. So why are you making this time? Because the listener error. Then the driver to the NDC secretary. Some of the NDC members have been invited by the BNI. And then they went through the same protocol. It's not that BNI I change your protocol, no. And like I said, do this time, yes, it's the same thing. So what make it different?
So why is it that the person between the due process will go through everything, but just like in my understanding, like the interview, the questions and what he was answering, it all fall back to the elections because they think they've been robbed and they have evidence. So if you do, then the question is, if you do, then why don't you take it to court? But say I rob more and you be within our evidence not say, how do you answer to that?
It's all to say the government and the security service are intimidating
them.
Let me quote them. Let me say the NDC. But to be honest, to be fair, educate the public. What is after this press conference, whatever he did over there. The next day, early in the morning, Poproko Peace FM. And then after this, they ask me a question, and he have to explain
himself,
give people, educate people how the law says. And he did admit over there, said the law may say, or we invite to this is what they're supposed to do. 48 hours. This is his own statement. It's not a minimum account. Say a phobia go to Peace FM. Go to YouTube. They could change his statement. Listen to it. I'm just quoting his words. And then there was, argument between him and the other lawyer, interpreting the law and all kind of stuff. But the thing is that you are a lawyer. And you said there's a tension. So if there's a tension, why don't you do the right thing? And now you try to accuse somebody doing, the wrong thing. But at the point, after coming out with this press conference, you did admit it the next day. And then, when we come like this, let's say the right thing. And let's say you took for trouble.
Okay, so talking about intimidation, let's listen to what the candidate John Mahama had to say in Techiman. Let's listen to this.
Police station bia you near Kaya, your Trono. Your friend in at your concline. And Nipa, they are 4 groups. Almost young way to man. And young baby. Now, you won your course, our constituency via say, yes, you made near a Wobia, I was here. Yeah, the Metria. And the master said, "Men Casabibre." If we say, Trusa Pepesoa, I was having Casatra Gana Egina. Sebase, Mansuti, and I said, "Because of Bema, men and I was a Becassa." And the men person make happy Bia. And they say, "A Bepa point here, Bia, a bit free side you made in Nava." And the master was a men Casabibre. Now, Madame was saying, and although I'm watching a Kuam. And if said, I could indeed, Yamedi my Ebushana, Omore Omupano, Omadopore Omupano, Yame form of Cressi, Omo Preso, Omo Ayuhom, which is so echo, Omo Modaho, Yame Emma, Omo Ayarisa. And so the Mecca say, I can say, near Abano Ebani say, let me say, and you win the Dikaya Baba Ogana. Now, the Electoral Commission, if we have done Abreso, FFM Charlotte say Abreso, the Electoral Commissioner are born to say Electoral Commission. I know they are American. And Kenya Ghana, and a year baby for approach. Akasa Electoral Commission is in they will resign in shame. If we say, "Oh, my Juma is so in Africa, say, ye pen Kofa, say, about for Ejuma, Yabaka, Ama Electoral Commission, it's made sure why you with my year. Dana Haniaba. And you may, one ever done a jump, I some money about to. Let's see, only a Nipa, Anka, Omo. In the Monyama, I cannot almost say, Yagana for 188 tomato. Near Sapata, say, yes, send a beya, Munina, Monne, and then Mabatua Motoyano, and Yaquano, Yamiado, Yabe. And he said, Yantias yet said, and Yoma Corsano. Yebe Bibia Emra Quanso. Yanya address Yebe says, and your man, I say, Yebe Bibia. And so, Yebe Ama or mine, who said, Nia Cosono, I was said, yes, Yanya said, Efrimu, Senebea, Ochina, and Cosibium. ebi sɛ mo ka sɛ o yɛ German nka anya hwɛ mo de mo German nka ɛdeɛ na kyerɛ sɛ ɛkyena na esi nne no enkosi bio yɛ ka sɛ nipa nsia ɛna ɔmo ahwɛ ɔmo nkwa abato a yɛto kɛkɛ wo ɛna nipa nsia ahwɛ ɔmo nkwa na bɛn na yɛ konkom nipa sei da sɛ yɛto aba kɛkɛ sɛ nipa nsia yɛatoto ɔmo to ɛko ɔmo sɛ they just want to vote to select their leaders na wohwɛ mmerɛ biara sɛ yɛto aba nea wohu ɔmo ne police for immigration for fire for ɔmo na yɛ a yɛne ɔmo ɛyɛ sɛ adwumadie no yɛwie ne yɛto aba mpo a wokɔ collation center police for any immigration for any gyinagyina hɔ na ɛba ne sɛn ɛna asraafoɔ yɛ sogyafoɔ ɔmo deɛ yɛde ɔmo si nkyɛn sɛ basabasa yɔba na police for ne hɔ a hɔ ntumi so ano a saa mmerɛ no ɛne yɛde sogyafoɔ ba ɛnso ɛnuru saa there will be a friend of riot control. Plus, a police for our Mokuta and Kontimba and a shield. Over near their shield team. I'm on a confess. Someone to me now, Omo DH. Omukuta to a rubber bullet in a womb. No matter to Nakakra.
Well, so there was Mahama in Techiman addressing his people. We are not saying here, Fire One say, about of course, Ghana, police, military. I know say they sent the military out there on purpose because it be before you had dream. Omo humpo, look at the things that happened. And I'm not saying say it was a 2 year it became citizens nibine a depart. No. Sanka asema ye kan se munkoto aba na munkofie edu ne kan so a utumi ba begina hotie bi ena me bia call so ne kwan so pepepepepa anke tuo atubia enkoba ba bia but the fact say ebinumu eyom ho say I'm above the law or me wo tumi or me wo ahoden metumi egina ako enti ballot box wa mekwa akofa When be in a church sansem way be eba. Benso sanka yenye be ho say law abiding citizens. Na ye bidi mrana so some of these things wouldn't happen. Anka nyeme nyina be asumdwe. And then also about the EC, minim say EC and the very last person that the boss no resource no ebeba ne ho. Before resource ne bedu ni nsem no na pass it through a lot of different channels. And last person now what is being presented to the boss no is what are their boss near then so with all this that's what we keep asking. Yeah, may who comment be from an NDC person. So 2012 is year MPP for your protester. Was it this distraction? Was it like to this extent? Were they burning things? If you have those videos or whatever, I will really need it. I appreciate you sending that to me. We'll talk about it and to address what is happening now. Minim say the band are to Accra there, so by other regions I don't know what is happening there right now. And if Accra was a certain date and what would be the next thing? Would they still go out and do the same thing? And I said, would the police go back and ask for an extension of this ban? I don't know. Nobody knows what will happen tomorrow. But what we are saying here and say the way I name Mexico and so any somebody protest mutumie protest obian kan se mamunye protest but the ejashishie and somebody tie kotu kwemu mushi na tie na gbe in the cross smoke na ba na enye healthy for nipa bia so be inhale kwa ko ni nipa duemu for one. That is what we are talking about here. And to why don't I just open the lines right now So what person be free with your comment, you can do that. Or within US, I'll be to me after 303-800-6277. 303-800-6277. Or outside US, I'll be to me after your WhatsApp line +1 720 238 1489 +1 720 238 1489. Your permanent year, dear, your permanent coso be brain now coso. I be do some wait. This happened to be our live show to wrap up the year. And so you can call, bring your contribution, bring your thought, wish somebody a happy holiday, a fishepa, whatever you want to do. Please do that and call. Slaha, you can come in on this.
Scott, from the candidate Mahama speech, they were like 1 or 2 talking about UC. He talking about UC, Abonchen UCBI or because of the figures or the buy. Let me explain it. I metia UC. How responded back how I explain it because people are just going separation going around say the figures are on the buy or much changing it 2 or 3 times. Okay, 1. The first report to buy was election is Odu Ukokumuti by America in this one. A ready say slice what Okotuaba and now what tuaba. Na machine no entry say rejected ballot and number of rejected ballots polling station be a nyai, but a number of people are a vote. Into the figures there back first one the rejected ballot in the free one. You get the percentage in one easy at the buy. People are saying say the percentage in every 100%. But so you rejected ballot no any free one is the exact percentage of the buy. Until I know the former president Mahama was saying so my bone or my Sony. It's okay. I mean you have your pin sheet, you come up with the figures now. Then you go through the right channel, which is really good. And I also want to correct something about in fact soldiers in call police station. That is false. We all be in Ghana, the soldiers go pick up they are patrolling everywhere. They have this mass, like a mixed security service, which they have the police and the soldiers mixed together. I will patrol everywhere. It's normal. But this is last thing. When you go to the police, there was no soldiers accurate to it. They have a police officer without on army. Where the soldiers in the choir was the regional coalition centers. And with the regional coalition centers and some of the centers, they have the party reps over there. Into what party member, you are not even supposed to go around. But people were trying to go into to snack bottles, turn off the light and all kind of stuff. So they have to bring those people. Into former President Mahama said, "Yenfa soldiers enko abatu muda enye no kure." And then the crowd will be on the other catch and say, "There are 2 about soldiers go pick up to Toyota Heroes. They go actually out in them." Those days, 1992-96, we call something the CDR. What the CDR belonged to the NDC party. And then those people are also there. Ain't it? And then on kind of crack a crowd because we do Ghana. And yet, talking about MPP for 2012, MPP demonstration. The demonstration, they walk over all the way to Obrasport. And that demonstration lasts almost 48 hours. Okay,
hold on, mommy. We have our first caller. Let me let him through. Good evening. Good evening. But you didn't baby offer fee.
Yeah, me free Ghana. I just.
But you money co.
Yeah. But you me person contribute the more kind of song.
All right.
I would say Adibo Horma do minim say be election course na wo Ghana ha anase na woni Ghana ha say. Ba na so wo Ghana ha na so woni Ghana ha kwa ba me gidi say wo reporters na wo some police stations no mo man report about the election. Na adibu horma sebi sa ye ya ye mayen hu se o mayno eye di ntina ye nyina ye pe. Na anti ne se ye obi e papa ne yakwa ko pe edumade amano. Na wo papa no so ye pe edumade amawo no. Awoso so dwene hu se ni no so ye so ye pe edumade amawo no. Ye ntina wo ba be sumye. Na ye ni horma wo ni hormo. Me abato ekoso me kokotu bi na me koto ma babie no me kofie
na ne kan so ko
minim se me ho fighting if I just say
omo kan no sign call back to police station
I know me sign e call back omo kan me sign e call back but some more videos are e no social media yetimi who police is on by yetimi kai say number 1 to 19 number 1 to 19 you jump here for 100. How can that be possible?
That is not possible.
How can that be possible? So kind number 1 to 19 and then you jump to 100. It doesn't happen anywhere in this world. In this office a comma party A and answer a comma party B office a Libanon so what supporters no so no sujino horma or betias na one tias
no.
Because minimum see a kind free number 1 to 20 before you code 21. But you mean kind number 1 to 19 and then you jump to 100.
No.
And the sadness so that I call them MPPs office or be opposition NDC no so Jorma or Betias na one this our results na say.
Well, so in that case, no, yeah, I did see a video like that, but I don't know say
in that case, no say, me who say might be at 20 or no so but no best support like 2012. The same thing happened. So it doesn't mean that in 2012 the same thing happened now. You also to come and repeat the same mistake that the former leadership has this. You have to condemn it. You don't repeat it. I don't know who said Nippon 1 year. I don't pay 2 fruits so you don't buy. So if you come, you don't need to repeat the mistake that the former president did. Oba also you different.
Yeah.
So in 2012, this thing happened. So me Baba ye they are taking revenge and asking Baba ye they take up. Yeah, sir.
All right. So my question is all right. It is good to talk about it. Yeah. But there are ways to address things. Talking about it, make sure say you be corrected those mistakes no na saying and happy bium. But saying you be talking about it, is it by doing protests? Is it by putting fires in marketplaces in other people's business, or is it by going to EC office and trying to get results? So saying in your thought, no, we should address this.
Madam. Oh, say Ghana Haro, no crack and a head day the Maya. Wouldn't say a day the Maya. No, my record was almost Jai said, yeah, been a market, near Benadi. Evidence Beno, no bit me approve say a Ghana leaders. Yam penning for them being a Bena market.
Well, no, but we don't know what is causing the fires, but it's
no. Your Wahana Canis market here. Reported by and say a wrong electrical wiring and this are a fire in the Aba. Ombe my report seppi in the Bina.
No.
My report seppi in the Bina market.
What of the STC fire?
And want to see who have the evidence that your opinion because and if you have the evidence, why that person cannot be invited to the police?
I think the police is still looking into that. But the question is, why is that happening?
Why is that happening? That's our carelessness. Yeah, so careless. Yankasolo yembu de yewo. Yankasolo yenim de yewo. So and that's what will happen to us. But what do you consider baby say I am penning for be in a market? No, not what they are today. Something that you don't have evidence for it, don't talk about it. The committee had minimum evidence, many evidence be the man say, Penny be I a baby, Penny be a baby. But there's a time I was there. may have this opportunity now. They are actually Ghana Peace Council that they are so hypocrite to the extent say Obi I am not any Obi I Obi a free north and a southern part of Ghana. You who say a difference was uncle for no. Why am I saying this? You will say 2012 election. This in 2016 before 2016 election. Ablekuma Central MP called John Mama that he don't deserve to be a president, but he deserves to be the person who follow cows. Man, who's the peace council for invited Mameno? John Mama could share as Chem Sakawa post. The president now called peace council to invite John Mama to question him. Power FM, President Bakbiko said the president threatened the president. CID boss, they invite the guy, put him behind us for 3 days. And some Bieno. Ascent Central MP, Honorable Chandra Japan. Yawahano Castle Obeshi MPP, NDC in 4 feet. Nipa 5 no Bomudi, including the former president.
So did that happen?
Why is the peace council? Did they invited him? Why is the CID? Did they invited him?
Okay, so what we're talking, though, all of those wasn't good. We'll condemn that.
Yeah,
but what we're talking about, what is happening now? Yeah, we are condemning now, and we're talking about
because of what is happening because we don't have leaders. We have hypocrite leaders in this country. Where they cannot open their mouth to say truth, to say that something that will benefit we the youth. We don't have any leader who is thinking about our future. But we have leaders that's thinking only their stomach today. We don't have leader.
It's rather unfortunate. So yeah. We want there to be peace in Ghana, and we want the truth out always. And I thank you for really calling to share your thought. We'll get this back again next week, so please call back next week to allow other folks to come through and share their thought. So
okay, even if you want more videos for us, I'm ready to send you some of the videos that. And it's really bad, and we need to condemn it.
Please do so.
Really
you can set these videos via the WhatsApp number you have, and please put your name on there so I know it is you.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you very much. I will surely do that.
Sure. Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Same to you.
Bye-bye. Okay, yeah, that your call and I say, yeah, I know there are a lot of frustrated Ghanaians out in Ghana who are not happy with what is going on, and this issue needs to be addressed. Yepe nkoswo menim yepasum J Yama impending kasawa, which I am not happy with that. Some of them paying for Nibia was so kasawa, they haven't said anything, and things are still this way. The only thing I ban say Yabande protest in Accra, that is it. And that wouldn't solve this issue. That wouldn't change anything. Me pese to us was like, minority leaders, they are marched to the EC's office. Well, come in 1 minute before we continue.
It's coming, Pacho. Call and Mami address it 1 minute on.
Yeah, sure.
He was saying something about saying something happened in 2012, and then I should condemn it. What I was saying is man, what the MPP was doing, or they did on 2012 was
right.
Media kind of said MPP AAB 2012. It took 48 hours. They walked onto a brash spot, and over there, Akufo-Addo went over there and
all right.
Then they would take the thing to court, and after a true trial, we didn't see like a whole of any those things. That was what I was saying.
Okay.
I know the band. My support. MP mean support to MPP for action now. I'm going to take you on 2012.
All right. Okay, yantwa so with this video opeso fra betumi afre ofre na me fine na man let you through, please. Sorry, I will let you through when you call again. Mo ko ba ba fire one?
Mama Fisher po.
I think commentary
Yo, Pacho ya Fleming. Ma Gladys. I can say free Ghana.
Yo, my mo ko ba?
Pacho, the contribution kakra me can say. Adentina. NDC for nkwa na yesu. Parties 11 plus 1 independent candidate. Obia nipa ho anka. Obia nipa ankofa ballot box. Yeso kofa obi anko. Eye dan omo kofa. Adentina voter reading eho ayi won we wini ya de omo kan ho hwe. Why I saw never back for tomato 10, a tomato 20. Another NDC for whom from so be our.
But you be trying actually because at some and I don't think that would be true because the biometrics works and you be you on a free.
You Argentina a vote to India. One when you chinye bia or name wom baby dear. One more watching near home. And when I meant to one was no. Nothing so. Demonstration one more year, no more she near ma. Will be sir a new one there. One more party chairman. Now no as say. One more best she a near ma. One more best say near ma. On back in Napu near ma. Tape we at the Akko Israel, I'm a cancer a year, one more chairman, 19 years in the what a tape for no sooner Edna is.
Dear Dancy said that is what is happening, okay.
As I'm not so a court. 20 years, who say, I no cura and answer no correct.
You.
No, and this is for all Munya Nani on your mepe and now ye. Nifa ba konfo onye ononkwa na nyansa woni tinti NDC fo no obia entimi endi oman so kase omanpani dada ono wa ba bedi eje na esgracia aje ne opanyina yada so tua ne ka oje ex president fo akatua wo moje na stella osaba na dia be mfa na akawo Jubilee House ho on kama Ghana fo emfa ma no no penny baby na NDC ni papo fro emegina ni ento aba na masa ni pakron
yo
medamas
mabe yeda wase say wa friend na watch your adwin yamin show yo mo official
Gladys
yo my Gladys yamin show
yo chia obia ohwewo
yo ma obunyina jo so
yo
bye bye. All right. Please do call back again if you're trying to get through. I will answer your call for you to share your thoughts. Slide over to me. I finish it up. Na yatwaso.
Yeah, inti na me can be say me no mane nyi mane nsibone say me support any bad action. Both parties no they you have the right to exercise say nobody in Korea. But the action, and the end results we are talking about it.
All right.
So,
let me answer this caller. Pachema, what about the fair one?
Pachema, just mama. The child what you for ne open is not win now.
Yeah, just official panso.
It's in court official. Because it's free Italy.
Pacho day.
Me the boating.
Yo.
Boating.
Mr. Boating, Mr. Manenko.
Mo program na mpese me bam kakra.
Mpacho braso.
Na my prayers menya opportunity na metai mpese nka me video wateja. Must say na ni nyisa no man nti ma hold on for some time.
No problem.
Me dey say me chance me be kire ma drink kakra wadi bi ho.
Okay.
Mo break it to first of all medical address you buy before and send a woman ba no. O say since central me she be jani ni be ka bibi say obeshi. E when I say mo correcting here o say omo pa omo try bi. She kasa no. Amanfo antia se ntoma ye hu video bibre. ɔsi afe de ya bre ada meme ni Ghana na eya koso too much ne no ma ofuso mpofo be ka nyina no omo yi ni nyina na emum sese de amen nti so omo try bi mu a so omo pa odewom wan kan straight say obokwa akoshi former president fie akoshi esedun ketie no ba odewom say so omo be continue sa de no bi mu dia omo de omo pa odewom no omo ye bi mu ana se market bi a shi bi mu dia omo so ebo so straight sa no kan te be say obeye collection ho yi no TV video ni back
all right
ana second mesre edwadifo man omo wo sa situation na say omo koma nto mi no nyame na se be ye de se de be si bi emphasize da man na emum se obi ye modoni na wa bre ne ho aye djuma atiti ne bowre ma enya ban na aboa no na watime aye djuma be duru sa mpempenso yi na wakata weni se media bone medi uwiare se menu e kosoro because of power nti to me nti me say menu nyo pade nyina se sa de a aye se allege nti kan mu se sa mpade a ene omo nkoso a na nyame be hira wo na e mata no a wo sugu mo so ene eveze wisiano ene se be nyankan maame a omo sugu sa fo no so no weda ni sunsan so de ama wo nti omo nya hwe ana mesere se president afegie sakonya wo hono mu a ya broso nti won kasa said woni para na wo ka address issue no o say 48 hours within 48 hours no na babonte say no de ekono almost stop me de make court so enei we feel say MPP for enso ka say okay na do so atiase wa akunya won transo bi mahama bra na betra so a we feel say MPP should need supporters e so babonte about the same issue na ma won so nya kono ne ni so betra kunya so e woni pass so Ghana ho e won krofo ma ye wa dwen so owu krom bi wo MPP owu bi wo NDC enti omu ye bibi omu nwe hu se se dun kan te bi na platform so a na all the African countries omu akoko enam sa situation we so na omu nya problem no da ba what the example e push kire se bibi sa betimi asi
there be and then you want no some cry for 2012 about one that's 2013 you're calling mom on their victory talk and they were congratulating the MPPs for accepting the defeat and moving on and your best try say tani mani nyina na true betwa enti me papa ye beda wase ye be mo akono ofofro nso etumi abam ye mo official pa ye da wase bye bye. Yo, call about the buffet one.
Yeah, hello.
Official, but you didn't be our free.
Just a name. Just a name. Because of German.
Yo, but your more uncle.
Because of German.
But you.
I'm just NDC for any amount more ye. Omuntu mubuwa sekakra. Anyama omoye no muntu mbo asika kra because o shinkofo niema na se o ma niema sei bibrisa ade ade pa na mo benya afro so
se se do mo se enyomo a enti ye mfa so bo no embo mo ansa ye be ma ba ye ne hwehwemu ne yetumi enya the final outcome ne yaka ho asem
omu ka say enyo omu an eze bede ye hu say enyo omu because omu nsem omu ka ye nyina no na ekoso so ena eno no na nkan ye hu say ase me fan say si wo leader na say ye niema na say leader no entimi ma bonten emme kan kire say sa de we ya asisu amodimedin ba so no mumla straight na wo kogina ba bi say press conference we say na wo kogina ba bi na wo tuma ye bi asida sa nsem we ekoso nyina na bi asida ekofo do pan so no omo MPP for koko twese ya no mo ye press conference omo wie ya no no aba straight ebe ka say sa de no a akoso no ana say abaya etu ye yenye ni nyina na ye mfa nkoko ye kokko ade court be ka no na ya follow enti se mo makoye press conference kwa no mahunu say sa de na ye de hye mo no se nyam a ase mo leader na ada na wontim magina kroni nyina na because ubedi say president na wo so uba bedi a ubedi wo kroni nyina am
yeah
because of so wonim say ye nyina na to aba ma it is a bibi because ada na wontim magina ba na wo nyina ba onfa platform ba ko win kan ma ye nyina ente say ade na ye koso no ye nyina ye nim ho hwe enti say ade a wo makwan man na what so say ye ntu because say na nado say betunu kwa na on the 7th
yeah
any ye betunu enti aban no for hwe so wonye aban ni nsu so a obetima a organization for so okay omo so mlam ya hwehwe ma sa ma no enti mi ehwe ba bi ni sibrebesie na say mo de mo pa so de ehwe bi ni pressure bi tro ni fa na mo krom no so ha adwen ha adwen because when na ye nimba see as me form la bi see na me hwe program bi akora bi akwa wi 2 series as 20 Ghana series akwa to dok obi dok no ye china kotum for 2 years
wow
and obi na akọ no abel no na se wo ma man panyifo mu a motimi ka se abawo ya to no ya nka ama mo nti niema bi ekoso mo na motimi stia sikuro mu se mo kwa yi si no so a to bi a check se as panyifo no niema bi ka kire wo ba bi
enkoye
enkoye niema bi kwa kire because mo nim se ade bia no ye sikot wo ho ye police station ye ministries bebre by betimi dia dia fa nti wo tisikuro so kwa nti se me bitum na me tisikuro ma dia na abaye
Minorema you better wase say what fracture wa be
okay
you be ma ko no foforo aba nyame share
mati me da se fa
bye bye hello mpacho ma ko aba de ba fire one
hello
good evening your official pa Mr. Odini baby ofrefi
mpacho from Yusuf myself in Barcelona.
Yo, mpacho mo anonko.
My journey children say, oh, say Ghana no, no because I was saying in IFE. Na mpeni fono suno obiara de kase because maybe I didn't go do heading.
Yeah.
Because oje Canada, Japan, and some own say and same do mpanyimfo no omo beka eno na ma ye nkoda no so ye so e ma ye nemu bi a emfata
no correct
ebi ti say Canada Japan enra asema obeka yi obedidi mama temi on say support.
Hello, I think we lost. Okay, mpacho waneko. All right.
Ntiara munche ntiana obiara no on hwe ne kase ye mpelifo no
yo
so
yeah
na police for no so no so mo nyaade obi ye obi fumu a mo bere ya tentem ama obi akoma to nim mo omunye eno na ma oman no essay
yeah you be one pay self for besim de niema beko na kwan so ewo o man Ghana mu you better was no wa dwenche you me sure all right you better aso yada callers ni nyina say elo ma dwenche wa person frɛ kwanya eda ho obetumi afrɛ will answer you whilst we are still going on Miriam, you can react to this.
Ska meda caller na last one no. And me down in but last one at the end of the he talk about peace, which is pretty much it's a very good point to pan or the other.
Yeah, I wish our leaders would come out and say the same thing.
Yes, I mean that's a kind of very powerful part. I mean, we are in a tension time. Into like you said, if party members, from both sides, a public can be a generity. The youth, the power in them to come out and react. Into Sadosika, in fact, yade Subuaba Bombi and Penifo Mudia, both parties, based on their comment now, Eban, he said the last week Naka say Kuruni Sanam.
Yeah.
In fact, we feel that some of the words are very strong and some of some of the words are also very aggressive. Into this era, for us to practice the democracy. Let's go through the right channel and let's do the right thing. In future, and some to attack a lot of people. This time, the best. And the best, they decided both parties and said, yɛma yɛ kasa ne some to attack some of them no emra from kakra na yɛmfa ma yɛnya adwuma meda sa akɔra na sepa nyame nhyɛ.
All right, and this goes out to our leaders, especially if you're serving as a member of parliament or whatever position I hold ewo aban mu yɛbɛsrɛ mo kasa ne bi wɔ hɔ a ɛmmoa. And more the youth come in because more a lot of followers, and what you put out there is what they react to. And also to some of this media, I have some with the media out here in the US. The instigations, it will catch up with him one of these days. Benti and paying for this goes out to you as we're wrapping up this year and moving on to a new year. Awaiting that day to come to go into the new year. Let's put all of this behind us. Let it go with 2020. Nayan, put it on a new thinking caps, a fresh attitude towards the new year with encouraging words, things that will bring peace, spread peace. No matter what show I war on and I saw you, because as a can be it's out there and you can't take it back and you can't deny that. Banyao kano and no so nankro for it reacted to. Especially what is going on with all these protests and the NDCs, what is going on out in Ghana. Yeah, best right. You hear this video of minority leaders in parliament.
In particular, personal to Regulation 43, the endorsement present investigation and produce of elected parliament members. So the media is a copy. We will boycott the electoral commission coming forward in parliament. That's all. We will boycott them and their commission in parliament. We will not be held. She will never be held. Leader, thank you. God bless our homeland, Ghana, and make our nation great and strong. Go to the front forever. The cause of freedom and of God. Fill our hearts with true humility. Make us cherish all our strength and help us to resist oppressors with all our will and fight forevermore. And help us to resist oppressors with all our will and fight forevermore. And help you to remember that peace.
Sir George, what exactly has been happening today? What exactly happened today?
Jinmensa is law in this country. It doesn't answer to anybody. Members of parliament come to the electoral commission to present a petition, and the overbloated ego of Jinmensa says that she will not come down, nobody from the EC, to receive from the minority leader and his minority caucus to receive a petition. And this is where we are. The minority leader wrote officially to the EC, they received the letter, and we have notified the police. We wrote to the Marshal of Parliament and notified him. The Public Order Act does not say that we need permission from the police. It says we must notify them. We notify them as members of parliament. We come here and they bring out the police. This is a copy of the letter written by the minority leader and received by the electoral commission. That's the EC stamp. So this is not something that came out of the blue.
So they were notified?
They were notified and they received it. And we get here and they bring police with water cannons, the FPU Alpha SWAT unit, to attack and arm members of parliament. Don't forget that as members of parliament, we are representatives of the people. The regional director of operations, Kwesi Fori, is my constituent. I am his MP. And I get here to present a petition with my minority leadership. And you say we cannot go into the electoral commission. Is the electoral commission not a public office? When I was assaulted in Ayawaso West Ogun, members of parliament worked with me when I was invited by the CID. We did not issue a notice to the police. But as members of parliament, we walked to the IGP's office, went to the Director General of CID. That one, we were allowed to enter the IGP's office. We did not cause any chaos. Then we will come to the electoral commission and unarm members of parliament. Akufo-Addo thinks that we are going to come and destroy the EC and they stop us. But like our minority leader has said, the EC has shown disrespect to us.
qualification did the police give for blocking you entry?
Order from above. Order from above.
Are you able to tell who exactly mentioned this order from above?
Yes, speak for it. He told us that he cannot let us go. Those are the orders he has.
And has the EC provided anybody to pick up the permission?
The petition? I said Jean Mensah is a teen god. She has become like the Densu that is worshipped, or like Antoine that is worshipped by the Akufo-Addo government. So they brought in the military and the police to stop unarmed members of parliament from presenting a petition. A petition, pen and paper. They didn't have the courtesy to even come and receive it. What should we expect next from the minority? Oh, we don't call us the minority again. We have the majority in waiting. We have majority in
What's
parliament.
the next line of action?
Oh, we would continue to exercise every democratic option available to us, including protest. Protest are constitutionally mandated right. Redress in the law courts are available to us. But one notice we will send is that the Electoral Commission and the police and military should not expect any support from us in Parliament. When they come before the Interior Committee, the Defense and Interior Committee, we shall be waiting for them. Once you stop us here, we will stop you in Parliament. We will show you the power of legislation.
Well, Sly, I need your reaction to this before I'll say anything.
Okay, Scott. Me chair this before this interview,
Yeah.
and what they were saying that the media, they presented the letter 10 o'clock, 10 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
And then in hours time, they started walking. They say walk. So my question is that can't one person present the letter? Then the public entity presented the petition. Okay, and here 1, 2. Why all the minority leaders from the parliament with some party members walk over there with a chanting song? Here is the case, we have a lot of people protesting.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of protesters going around, destroying things. Market is burning, setting fire on the streets, attacking civilians. And now, the lawmakers now, they sit at the parliament, almost they say they were going for walk. This is not work like a fit, Kid Fit Club will be echo for work. Because when the Kid Fit Club, yes, as a club will be exercise, echo for work. Now I'm more call for jogging now. You don't need clearance for the police. But here's the political party. You are walking towards EC office. With one, there's a tension over there. What you say?
Yeah.
And my question is that when they wanted to go and put how many is that all the parliamentarians in the court? They didn't walk to the court. When they were going to Techumai to confront the presiding order, did all of them in a walk?
No.
Okay, so when you're doing this, you create chaos, you create a lot of tension.
So, in contrast, would you say they said they are in support of all the protests going on in their parties, right?
It is something they are doing. You look at the threat. See, you are talking about. You look at the threat statement you are giving to the security officers, telling them that you teach them the lesson in the parliament. Listen to this one.
Sounds like a tit for tat. There will never be peace in that country.
You are a parliamentarian, which you require or you want a police officer to sit and car front. For what I know, so all parliamentarians are guys.
Yeah, they have security.
Officer.
Yeah.
So now you are threatening him on the media. Say about parliamentar. You're gonna deal with them. How are you gonna deal with them?
By not funding them.
I mean, if you don't fund them, they're still gonna pay. What I say? Say I can for cost that's our casa so provide your casa. The civilians that you are putting at risk because why? Because the armed robbers be cost now say you're from now say they don't have a car. And they don't have access to go over there.
Yeah.
All that they will do, they will just write a report. What I say? At the same point, you are making a statement that who put the civilians at risk. And then if it's a statement in the I mean, I know so you put a buffoon there, Casan, but the point is that let's do the right thing. We are rushing, we shall brag. But you set up the law for the civilians to follow. Why don't you follow the same rules Nimrana was setting up? Why don't you do the same thing? We feel that this work on it wasn't necessary. It's just something to create tension. What you say? To see as an MPP, the majority of almost walk up to the parliament to send petitioner. Most make us say.
You know what? I find this quite interesting. Why? Because moye seven leaders in parliament. Muna moshemra munimumra, munim constitution, munim the procedure and the process to follow after an election. EC announced here. Most more petition to the EC will receive. So why walk on again there? Because some woman says so much the quarter that. So why the walk there? Is it because you guys just wanted to walk, or you want an attention, or then I'm I really want to know. Right now I see say mubuefu EC because mofo say EC now robomo of some of my seats. Aside that, with the presidential elections were robomo fine. Yet I say munimumrano mumfanko the right channels. The process I was saying. My choice is no one respond to court woho. Mun filings na mun fanko. By just walking there, na bimbo fo ko ewo ho ebo ehofo ne ho ban no. Mun tie no so ase. Obi nim ne o ma adwum ntie amoba ho. Se nipa bonifo bi po efra mumu eba na ebedi bone a enu ni nsinwie ansa na yaka se oh yehu yanka. Nanka was here my police for ba and as umbesi mano kwan and saying na mo patcher in that part. Me want a lot of comments baby waha. I want to really read some of this. All right. Okay, so I have a comment from Abdul. The police does not know the laws than the lawmakers. Yeah, we do know that. They don't know the law that the lawmakers, but the lawmakers know munim law no. Among the brana shomunsim and they want to do what they want. And I will tell you this to all my NDC guys. Nobody is above the law. If you know the law, no law, you follow that, now they are told. I've seen, because me who say a lot of all these youth and other people are attacking the police. I have a lot of videos of police in Ghana being attacked. Na say we binum wo home kretu na so bibina so otutuo na ebobia na aka say police ni abogana ni tuo onye hwe but na meanwhile nso bia na yegoso video nim no unnim the root cause of it. Ebia nipa no na ye bibi na tuo na koka no benso ni blame the police na say police na enye. And because a BSC US animal, a lot of this police incident, the police brutality, racism that caused that. Baby, so a civilian na stopping and on one so ekahumbi. Because almost I know my left, I know my right, I know this. Like I always say, somebody words that I quote, you always know your right, but do you know your left? You don't. It is a police now cry. The Black Lives Matters ubia eso no. I was say you to me analyze both near here the root cause near to me how I see fix this. This is the same thing me who Ghana. Yeah. Lawmakers in the law than the police. I don't think that is so because they all know the law. But are the lawmakers following the law? Right now in the part of the minorities they are not. Because almost supported what is going on right now, being part of it. Must serve easy letter. I don't see the necessity to mobile work out from your office and all the way to the EC office to do what? Then you came back and I'm going to show you numbers. The public, yeah, some of them might want to see the numbers, but will that change anything? No, it wouldn't change the outcome. If you want that to be changed, you know where you have to take it. You have to take it to the court of law. So why don't you just go ahead and file that and talk to your people to calm down? What is preventing that? I don't have you on. Yeah.
What the minority leader wanted to present a case to the EC. So
a case to the I want to understand that. It's in the higher court.
Or say petition.
A petition to the EC.
To the EC. Or say the minority leader. One can say the minority group.
So that is one person.
Yes, we talk about one.
So
person.
why didn't he go by himself? This mob, let's
look at this scenario. Say, Haruna Jusu, as being the minority leader, afraid you see, hey, I want to J Mesa at the seminar setting up meeting, 11 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
What Sunday are you know? Like or they like in the train, letter petition the train. Yes, yeah, stamp. Haruna Idusi himself by his guide, or maybe 2 or 3 members with him, going over to the EC office. I don't think that would be a good deal. We have to have all the security people over there. But here is the case that you're talking about almost over 100 people. How could over, let's say, even 50 people walking into one person's office? Let's ask ourselves, as our leader introduced as minority leader, even the whole NDC members walk over to his office, over 50 people, to send a petition to him. How will he feel? And moreover, there's a tension in Ghana, and there's a tension at EC between the parties. It will be free, sir. They think they do the right thing, but the timing is wrong. Because the timing is wrong. They could have, I commit to me and make another way to get into the EC. There's so many ways of coming back. I mean, gather like this with the chanting songs, you know, more God bless our own, and see that somebody, you know, a civilian with your finger pointing on the police officer's face. Into here, the police officer don't say, oh, I mean, you are talking on. Yes, that now there's a tension in Ghana. Now, like I said earlier on, I'm so happy. So because the police and the security services, it's got from 7 December up to now,
they are still really still at it.
Some have to work 18 hours, some have to work 24 hours. Now I don't know, because so you have to go. There are other people's family.
That is where some of our brothers don't get.
They also have to enjoy this Christmas, but now they can't. Obi Daniel said the truth, so because I don't know who. The other time I watched when this guy was arrested and they went to the police station. A whole lawyer and some of the parliamentarians say in the face of a police officer, I mean,
very sad. Let's watch some of the assault on the police. Let's watch this.
What did I not
So in this video, the way I tour with warning shots is Sikoye. That's a tour can obi no we are. How would you explain yourself?
Scott, I never come and say this era now in Ghana, people don't cherish their life. You said, would you blow now what can say two count nine crown went to me and Nantia. Ask yourself, say, party no better take care of wo any be a woman on marijuana. Party the bit mark the wild coupons over woo and who must queen. Ask yourself. Try Oma who at me. You must answer party the question the mao. I'm a bush for. Did the party pay for their burying BBR? Food that can ye? Did they pay for it?
They might, and even if they would, and I say, then on Bay mom.
That's the thing. What do Obia for any dash one, or members any dash one? Think about it, situation with Bush and Focum. That where I would say a tour papa. So far as I would not procure ya, Scott, unsa I can keep you busy ya. In Sembri. In Sembri, where now we are broke, and you two say 10 ya. The other kind is how Yaku MPD, Yaku NDCD. Mammy, Uncle Babia. How many times was a police officer, Obiako attacking a Washington police officer Yatina too? Young what I said, even look at here, look at the police officer General. No more pushing out to form. What I say self-defense.
Yeah.
Maybe I got an economy. We have to deal with political leaders, no. They are putting people's life in the grave.
I kind of like what our third caller, was it the first? No, the first caller said. We are voting for somebody's not vote, he didn't use the word. We are employing somebody's father. Yes. And so let's put this in the same way with our members of parliament or whoever the candidate was. You're employing them to serve the state, to serve the people, and it's supposed to be with the people, not with the politician, like I always say. Over here in Fire One, because I see a lot of comment from NDC brothers and sisters, we don't support what is wrong. We will always condemn it, and we always stand for the truth. So we want to share the truth, and we want your thought on that, because together, and you bet me they are building a nation. Politicians in the area, one of my employees, baby a position on one so munya adwuma emmo man no na obia enya setena ne ahoto, and some of them are not doing what is expected of them. Enti ne de ba ha ye beka ho asem we abato ne ato awie say na ekoso efata say ekoso sa ana say you condemn what is going on near way forward, because you ato abewie na wo ho asem a obey your protest aye you can't your protest by any peacefully. Munyai say muchishija mu, yeah, you can do whatever you want to do, but say smoke na in the air and there anything can happen with fire. So you have to be careful with that. We have an audio that says it is the party chairman who said this is their plan, and if it's happening then why not be blaming only this one with the party, because on and it is happening. It's in the same Bekano. That is what we will say. But we will not conclude with that. You beja no ma court na handle no verdict never ban you begin so ebuasem. By your best say ejana ehihye enyai protest mo baya mo ye peacefully. But mo kwhye time mo ye say no eno na emwa. It's even polluting the air. And for fresh air cry back communities anymore. And on say ne emwa. So here no, I want to read some of this comment here. This is from Abdul again. You are wrong. So meaning I don't know who is wrong, if it's Liar or me, but the MPs don't need permission from the police to work or to demonstrate. Yeah, they have every right to demonstrate, and they don't need a permission. But when they're visiting the EC, they noted them that they were going there, so they have to be there for them to protect when things goes wrong. So that was why they were present there. The law says you notify, you don't need permission. Yes, we do know that the police can stop them. They can stop them only with court orders. Well, if they haven't notified them, how would they know they were going in there and be present? I know the police have been there ever since after the election was declared. Just knowing say they will rise up and attack the EC because that is their plan. So they have to be there to protect the workers at the EC office. So that is why the president of the police was there. I'll read more as we go on. Let's watch this video about the former EC boss, what he's got to say. Can you come in after we finish this?
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Let's do that right now.
In principle, I'm not against rethinking anything. Yes, in fact, it is important from time to time to rethink what has been done. I know a bit about the composition of various electoral commissions in places. I think what is critical is the kind of people that you put in the commission. That is more important than who appoints. I have been to a place sent by the Commonwealth to go and examine whether they have independence and so on. And some of the members of the commission, you have to look at them on party basis. They told me to recommend that the party-based composition be stopped, because the day before an important meeting, you'll be called to the party office and told that this is our position and you can't change. So different positions, I don't care what method you use, make sure that the people that you are putting in there are people who can say no to the government if the need arises. There will always be pressures. You know, these politicians, they like to stretch their long tentacles into everything. They do. If you allow them, they will do it. I have not talked about the kinds of pressures and so on that we go through. Yes, all of them. I have fought with them before, but they are my friends and so on and so forth. Yes, you must be able to say no. As we say in Ghana, let everybody keep in his lane. All right? So if the government is trying to invade your lane, tell the government, sorry, you cannot invade my lane. We are all creatures of law. But if you go there and you don't protect your territory, somebody will encroach. All right? You bring land guards to come and then they build on your land. It is very important. See, we can talk about who appoints and so on and so forth. I believe that given the structure of our elections, unless it were to change radically, it will make a little difference if you made him the chair of the Electoral Commission. To make very little difference. If you look at the structure, you will see that as the chair of the commission, you will be the last person to see the results. Yes, everybody has seen the results as it's going up and up and up and up and up before it comes to you. You must be a big fool to change the results. You must be, and you cannot do it. So, please, yes, let us rethink about these things, but let us bear in mind that what is important is the kind of people that you put in there.
So, the chair is the last to see the results. some numbers might be conflicting and change, but that doesn't mean there have been a big change somewhere. And like I always say, in every coalition there were reps, agents from all parties present, signing this pink sheet before it's presented to the EC's office. So somebody might ask, why did they sign it if they think things are not adding up? I am asking that question now with the caller that said it, and I did see that video. Somebody counting from 19 and jump up to 100. The numbers in between, we don't know what happened to it. But I don't think agents present there, did not challenge that there for it to be recounted. You're here and you may be. Go on, slide.
Skamaminka, we for the Obi Osani message say we are wrong, they have to notify the police. They don't have to seek permission. See, this is the trick word: notify and seeking permission. Irrespective of notify the police or seeking permission. So for us, it's a group of people walking in the community. Not just on the sidewalk, you are walking on the street. That means that you're going to block one lane. You need the police to direct the cars. When it gets to any junction, we're supposed to say, "Mudru baby, as I said, far right." Except police for, and that's when you need to block cars. Other than that, we'll be betting the car from me. So we notify the police, and now say, or seek permission. Either way around, the police have to be around.
Yeah.
To guide you guys so that whether it's a walk, it's a demonstration, that it will be peaced. That's what the police come in. And Chisoka said, we are wrong. The police don't have to be around that. The police have to make sure everything is successful and is peaceful.
Even to protect them, the lawmakers.
Yes, to protect them. And then to the caller who's saying, sir, they count something from 1 to 20 and jump to 100.
Once there were agents there who were supposed to sign the picture. Mamifa Wenfemu, and tell our viewers and listeners, our lines are still open. If you want to be part of this, share your thought, your contribution. Say a wish well to your family or anything, you're more than welcome to do that. Give us a call. Our lines are still open. You can come in, slide, continue.
Yeah, so what Ghana ye to a bar ni really ye kanya. Ska ye almost sort to the party. Fully if one fully agent in our can say this guy. Yes, at the whole can say or must say
one,
not at all. 2, even viewers no and answer support and then party agent in the Kanyo. Supporters no more around both parties. I'm going to count 1, 2, 3. I'm going to count very loud. It's one party members in Kwan and never. Yet you count to 19 years.
Well, no, be
let me do be where let me do be, but the men Kakra and to so Kakra to 4 more Kakana with the asset a bona annual day my Kakra. So ya can you know kasi be assistant a crack so dia and I say yeah Nick Kamupa from 20 to 100. Hey, more day. It's a mess and the old man from Kakra. Now second, thirdly, I want to comment on Afarijan and somehow okay. Say okay Obia can use ya someone James and Ebonidi. Obia can use ya someone James and Ebonidi. But we tell the Afarijan can answer James and Kono answer ya no man to do the presentation. Indeed, said there was a son why yes, no crowd. Just on no crowd, on only the last person who results no. Yes, media for no crowd when you move crashes or no, there is a Kawanya crowd, that's why presentation. But say no. Obia man in Saswa, or no the chance. Obia be an anwa, or no Casafan. Do dinner didn't do open beer, Bonibia, do domino. Just say in some Dawson. The so called social media, sister. One more match now say be last year cried a year before one boy. Oma Yakona Amade Amati the Popo. I'm the boy you see the na ye tu snap ye try.
Any your bond ye say your bobe Brian sana ye to abayu. Still about Diabone Coso.
Yeah, what the other Namishi?
All right. Right. Mami really some of this comment here. Steve Ba say you're not here. That is why you're saying what you're saying. And also from Henry, you did not vote. Did you vote? No. So stay in yours and stop talking about what you know nothing about. We might not be in Ghana, and neither did we vote, but we do have the country at heart. Whatever happens in the country affecting Ghanaians outside the country, because so what outside the country now crew enye and I say into kwa esiwo and abibiesiwo. How do you go back? Each and every individual what outside you is be our family, our Ghana. It is a bibi koswa. We have to talk about it. Ni enye you talk about it. Ni ye we praise it. It is a day koswa Ghana ho after about 2 echine enya. I was see a voice out. You can't WhatsApp. New to me ebra na sumdwe ebo manim because asumdwe wo ho a ene na wo ye Ghana now wo krofu for so a unso wa sumdwe, and you'll be proud of where you came from. But oho ye basabasa okumbi esi ho a wo dwen se obi beba beboa na no, ene dey a big no. Meka sa kire Ghana fo nyina ene omo pese ntokwa bi esi o manim thinking say Omo diplomatic passport, they'll be able to fly out of the country. More dada mo. Muni baby ako. Muni na mo bet no many. By a po mining cost so many ye dear. Ye pese busia o nyino mo nyino masumuju wom because a hoto o ha. Oda obeda. Oda won so da e basabasa. Ana won yin so bi di tu oba be gina wa boboa no ediwewu edu bone. Nti asumdwe ni yesre. I'm on many into bad platform is near can't don't be angry, don't be annoyed. No mum, ye poor mine and cost. That is why we are here. You better also. Yeah.
My man can be big a crap. Oh, who is it? Who would you think?
Yes. I voted 2020.
Aha, me trouble America. America. And so we have a lot of media people and some of Ghanaians, they're talking about American election. Why? Because of Obusia for Ghana.
America.
They're talking about it. Up to the cry, was so for cry, and what Ghana Obusia come American election.
Wow. And then I can't watch someone no.
Yes, Nipana Wakasa Yantu Abantia can watch some no. Adabraka. Even the American, the CNN, the BBC, they are talking about it. Internet, so where they are, you better watch them. Why? Because we are promoting peace. What about that doesn't mean you have to be violent. What about that doesn't mean you have to destroy people's property. What about that doesn't mean you have to kill people. What about that doesn't mean you have to put people under conditioner. People cannot enjoy life. They can't enjoy Christmas. So we need to talk about it. In the end of the year, what was sending services? No, until we see peace. So kuku ni ja se dem before guy and keka kiskatu bi ja. Tani de Ghana soon yinti ne wa. Te nyina so to you oba moto Ghana bi kura nto aba. They still talking about it. Until it depend on where you belongs to. Until let's stop this violence. I'm giving you saying I'm never go adia sunjaba kind.
So Henry Bioma commented, I wish you people were here to see what we witnessed. All the media houses were given different resort. Okay, and percentages. So what happened was the channel you're watching determine who is leading. Okay, so Henry, we were following every detail of this election in Ghana. We might not be there. We were not there to see with our naked eyes, but we followed everything through and through. And always satisfy results. Because those have been signed by all the parties' agents. Ajiabatonatum. And no na easy declare. And also na here fire one yajitum. And all the media houses in Ghana. So I don't know where you also watched yours from, or exactly where you were, but I believe what I did receive or see. That is all I can tell you. Menya, another comment. Okay, so Abdul Asani commented said they'll be taking this to court the 30th. I don't know which 30th, if it's December or January. I don't know what, but if you can clarify that, that would be really awesome. And if that is the case, that is really good. It will help the party and the people. Because what I do is, NDC guys, we love you all, really. But in life or in elections, there are some mistakes that we do that cannot be corrected. But I know, say, as times goes on, you guys have to really plan well and correct some of the tracks and correct some of the mistakes, and maybe things will work better 2024. That is my hope for you guys. Let's watch this.
The time that the 4 years would have been over, you will still be younger than Akufo-Addo when he became president. And therefore, there is still time for you to do what? If you don't become president now, does it mean that 4 years time you cannot become president? Why do you want to destroy yourself and destroy the country in the process?
So Jomama should consider probably returning to the presidency 2024?
No, but that one is his own affair.
Okay.
To tell you the truth, I personally, when he started to contest this election, I was against it.
Okay.
I didn't see him. I would have told him and say, look, you are respected by a past president, leave that like that. Let other people in the party aim for that position. Because no matter what happens, as I was telling you earlier on, if we are talking about the hierarchy of people in the country, you are way ahead of everybody else in the matter. This was my view. So, as I said, he can take his decision. My advice would have been, look, leave it. You are past president. You are still young. You have brain. You can do almost anything you decide to do. In fact, you should be there as a father figure for the party.
And for the nation as well.
That's for the nation, for that matter. If there's any problem or any issue like that, we should be able to call you as a past president and say, okay, you come. Let's sit down together. What do you think we should do? How can we solve this problem? Do you remember that Clinton at one time was sending past presidents as emissary to go abroad to go and solve problems? That was very admirable. That was very admirable. And I said, this is what the role of past presidents is supposed to be. They are the most senior citizens whose brain one can use, whose connections one can use. So this would be my advice to him.
All right, so that is Sam Okudzeto's advice to the former president, candidate John Mahama. If you would have asked me before their primaries, I would have said the same thing too. And I kept saying that after the primaries, and the same thing before the election. Because I did say this is what it will arrive at if it were to be a different flag bearer, a different one. Elections results would have been different. It would have, in contrast to the things that have happened in the country for the past 4 years. So this is where we are right now. I think we all have to accept this and move on. Come in.
Sassen with you move a kind, but now I feel for the party, no, he was the person no more marketing. I mean, he what could just some himself some of the Ghanaians actor. Intina influence gentia when you saw yes intina no nanka neto bayemre. But on the other side, you know, let's forget aside the party members, we have the floating voters. See, let's forget some of the floating voters, you know, they belong to other parties. Obukro woni party, but to see when someone who can no the national to Obama. Indeed. Suddenly, Nanso they knows him better. Say, I know was a good candidate for for the party, and could be a good president for the nation too. Nti I know the said Kobani sa na obia besia akwa ni huyanka muyanka asem. Nanso na asem no enyesi ewie. Nti da no na kan so betimi a factor, like. Other people are suggesting so many people who can be on the platform to say Spogabra and those people, which he's respected. Spogabra has been somebody who, also Kofubuno, and people like him. And then I think that with the party, not a bit more marketing. But Amanesa, and like everybody said, let's do the right thing. Like the other person sent a message on the 30th, they are going to court. Free say, I mean, let's do the right thing. Let's follow the right channel. Let the law.
Yeah, we'll clarify our December 30th. So I think a couple of days from now. So December 30th, they will do their court filings.
December 30th. I think say when the electoral commission back out with a year, you say I think it's
21 days. So they still have time. They have to do it. Yeah. December before, so they still have a few days to go.
Oh yeah, until like 29th. Okay, yeah. Results in the Babonti on the 9th, right? Or on the 10th?
On the 9th.
On the 9th, 21 days. Then you're talking about.
Yeah, so they are still within their time frame. Yeah.
Yeah, they're still within the range. But I heard last what I heard was 28. She said that Mahama was saying, Chechuma said they have like 4 different groups who are also coming out with their pain sheet, to come out. They said they're going to write a person. After that, they will take, action. Then they know the BCBI, Obekasa. Me the message I mean, it shouldn't mean they feel those people to come and talk or shouldn't get because don't be a career, but as I mean the candidate nekasa to me womu what I said to me womu chair Sami Jamfi and the same Katia those people what I say Muhammad one kasakra no kasa party members obi anye dia me free say I am more peaceful than say Sami Jamfi will come out maybe 3 pages of press conference back a whole lot of things and no sometimes but it's a another tension. What you are saying, Mr. Sir, no, very smart. Now, I mean, Bibisano, out in our casa, I know so bit me abwa. Now, Omano, let me have an to my payful.
Well, that is good. Maybe say me wrap up with this this video, and we'll talk a bit about it. Before we say goodbye for today. Let's have that on.
As somebody what destroy your democracy no. Near to Chroma on a new feel cross by still hunting. Inti man ko kasa obi be wu kasa wo sika wajeje no unnim target be free ba target so the eba na mo juse mo jisika di
and I'm a tribalistic ego ne such tribalistic attitude mo de be say obi mo de say kro by or some answer the kro na say it is what you say you think some journalists will die. Don't say that. Nana lie. Say you think you might die very soon because you don't know where the target is coming from.
In this song to their followers who and I think of from you know that's why media has say two people on bedding on the kumni power has say why electoral commissioners threatening to kill people, threatening to burn media houses. How did that become okay? How did that become okay? Into President Mama, Michelle, we are here, we are waiting to hear from you if you're going to condemn this. If you're going to condemn this. The party leadership must condemn this. Media house be any animal or electoral commissioner. Media house be any Ghana Hanama Yede Article 42, 43, Ashen and Sem, so on declare resource. All my 20 years on the job, training Amako throughout in Penifua or more National Media Commission, I do election training. The fundamental thing in election reporting is you take the certified results from Electoral Commission. A mama ye bo collation center now party agent in our sign on. That is what we.
Well, the reason why I showed this, have us listen to this, is because a media person here in the US instigating violence, because I know a lot of Guineans watch stuff on the social media. I do know that. So whatever you come on and say, just like one of our callers said, that is what the youth listen and do. And I see this as a threat to the media body in Ghana. Based on what Ethiopia is reporting, that they have folks come over to their premises wanting to come in. What is their mission? Just to kill and destroy. And then the media and they only report what they get, what is certified. That is what they report. And it is what I do believe. I'm so a media person now. You don't even have to let people know which party you belong to. Even within you, you know you belong to one. You have to be neutral. So when things like this, no, and the paba where you went him send me a for way. Now all support it. Now who can you gum? Now who can you gum? Obi shre ne nkwa ube yi wa no sen. Ebe mo gaining anything in life? E dey fie beka won fie ho. And I be more reward on that. Instead of you spending time preaching the right thing, preaching what is good, you spend time to instigate violence, telling people to do the bad thing. And I do know a lot of people fall for that. I do know a lot of people will fall for that. Just like I say about the opinion for asama mokano, and I'm supporters be dear tree. Aye, who preach peace, they will be peaceful. Who preach violence, they will be violent. Let's listen to this too.
And you don't know where it is coming from. Interfere Boki. Forget about other journalists. They can fight their own fight. Me say, in Trona we die no eno ne bekum. Inti woni baby woni free bar because baby waji just kind of doss. Kase anhwa enche be 1 week mewu because me nipa o mama jom si kind of doss. Obi bom tu akume. Men ka say some journalists to die. Fight for yourself we kuya poki. Say fear poki we say den. Wona me na okasa no wana nyanyanyanya ukoji sika kakra na koto wig ba ko sha. Obetra TV so ase akoma chew. Also, you do free cross by. If you're booking, you think can you do free cross by? You who now prepare activator. You the phone hook and won't test. And also, feel say journalists will be Nabi and would let them solve their own problems. I say, Kase, okay, I want 2 weeks time because you as somebody what destroy your democracy no. Near to Chroma on a new fear crash by still hunting. Inti man ko kasa obi bewu kasa wo sika wajeje no unnim target no be free ba target so de eba na mo juse mo ji sika di na mo tribalistic ego ne sa tribalistic attitude mo de be say obi mo de say kro do by or some answer the kro na say it is how to work say you think some journalists will die. Don't say that. Nana lie. Say you think you might die very soon because you don't know where the target is coming from.
Well, nobody holds anybody's life, nor you're in charge of giving birth of life. But obichia waka se could do obi and now do obi bonia, you will account for it. Udi party because I do know there are a lot of die-hard party supporters. They will die for anything. Let me answer this. You will call about the Buffalo one, Mr. Rodini, baby of free.
If I do a stem to me, because if you okay.
I'm sure you, Mr. Moanunko.
Me does it, me mamma fish up.
I feel go better in few so.
Can I say, media, and no my year for so gunning. Media, me, mine, no can say, NDC for the woman you call to be our moko. Woman call to be an yes, so almost. Woman you call to be our moko. Na party na kwa say. NDC for no woman call for no away woman say. And woman didn't want me be a show mutim. I said, yes, oh, social media, crying over Kapapa. Now, Omu did what? So, social media, so crying over can be said. One near today, Mamma support, more train with you, and a woman, Madam Clomon for me. Now, Omu did what? Because my political margin, the BBS, woman to me.
Hey, all the promises, only a die-hard for the party, and all the promises that have been made to them, I'm sending no more support.
Won't to me. Because one of the normal there show me to me said, I didn't think no more coalition. As a party, you have to a baby. Want to me and collecting resource. Want to me and collecting resource. No more the blame of media. No party for no more support to them. It's a move blame woman. The only two to move ye at 10. The and Ukraine or no any pet can do munti. Woman to me and collective one resource. Now I move blame media. No party 40. Oh, and woman question what you say, what you say. Who can be beer this for no one tells you. So I didn't know you won't buy. What can the other be a woman tells you?
This is what I see. I say, I over the years into no say in real crowd, see in real.
What do you mean, yes, because I didn't and penny for no can, and yes, behind. And so, dear, one more canon that woman tea. Oh, and then woman is at the end of what you said, and this is one a blame was one more, and yet, Sandy went to be happy when this MPP. Sandy wait, to me happy one back home, my grandchild, secretary, if you only the Aquaso, parliamentary seat no Mulusian. Only know my question. Social media will be a can again. A fancy wouldn't want your way, wouldn't watch my way now when you will be a can again. Young cassette. Obi ko wiem kan ya Japan so one more fact was say and this if only be wiem better and you will say on baba bontia be can say as government from power now baba bontia say will be wiaw it wo me dey show them as you am wiem definitely mami say we should resource in buy and one say ballot papers no the spoil once no about 70% yet 70% you square ballot no yet when me the one the ma old age for one was in class it will call you with me was someone the any bobo so person I don't your sin class in what team you are not done and what's who cook what one was said it is square ballot top and down top and down top and down and this is for our key. One working, one of your own. But still, not support rule, and the young Kwamamu. When you tomb,
na ebinom na mu yese na mu fa na mu ye dede enwa wo man Ghana enwa bia na nkrofo bi condemn say Canadian point some over kan no enye enwo se kasa no eko ashimum and some bi wo mu a so wanka the gogwela tenu hwan wo mo ye no ni speech bi a wo ma no se Canadian Japan ma bontin ameka bibi sa nkrofo be take advantage and some yes nkrofo bi tirimo amomo di bone hwese market ye she mame market ye what you your market easy office market easy office
Papa market ready obosi enyo omo a etine yamfa so bo ne mbom
otoko no driver no wa MPP ni oni man ye chi no wa di atum no ye chi no e trace ni free WhatsApp chat so no wa di atum no ono wa MPP ni wa MPP ni yentu abana market bi she yantu abana nya market bi she
e bi sheshe ye kra before abato no started happening from November no mo aba
ati wo mo no ma bebre na me wo mo na di electricity ayi wo mo di je kwa kotum no wo mo na ka di je kwa kotum no en wo ma bebre wo mo te Ghana te se wo mo pese wo mo ye na enwa wo mo na emwa ye wo ye de ne a Royncia wo de ne party by na na wo wai enti ma ama wo propose ko se wo lusu ko MPP lusu ye enwa mo ko court na kufa do ba mo ko ayi sa na me kan wo bi ye ko gina circle no ba wo so obi an kofi afa na bufu aba so so aje su kofi obede ukoye bibi na kofa problem ba enti ye be kofi na aje ye ko ye fie anwo de ko
Papa you better was say Bashir 1 minute
yeah 1 minute what do you court to say election one police station Ghana election will not be the same any other class here any who takes here if you first we have them and then yes start here yeah you collect your results by 9 hours you collect results no we you say one for court no mun yes feelings ni bia moto ho na moto to papa so
yo
you want to dey bia o won be lose dey bia
Papa you better was say court no mo so mbeko de matter de nti ye hwe manim so mo de beko I say well investigation is ongoing with Ejashishie no nti ya fa so bo no emma NDC for nansa ye betwen ama ne nyina bom anyi ne ahwe ne a ebepie mu aba ye befre Kumase ne ahwe ne ekoso Kumase ne mpatemu ne makwame ayakrado nti ye behwe ne a ekoso ewo eho nso na yede abre mo Hello Kwame.
Hello Hima.
Afisha pa.
Afin koma tuwe afisa sene yeti nkoma hotimu na yesu yeti fosumpa.
Amen. Nene kwa suwo Kumase ne mpate mu bronya no ekoye.
We can say we can complain. Yentimi supi visit. Anya hwekra no. Unyankrompon de yankwa akyeye. Ana nyenso kro bi ani brew. You know, we do had ya akra yeguso.
Yede nyame ase. Nka ebo ewo no hono fa ebo etiefo ne ahwefo.
And the enche pi na ensem kakra ya tase no na ose yema ye na hwefo enso etibie sempani sin nia wate ate no ono na ma nia opese wote enso etibie na wana watwi mu ensem a etodwa Ghana ha no ebi soso mu kakra ya tase yen shastie emfree NDC abanyo kon free say eto abawie won ahyenka se enya de obaji abato ntuntan so oton litru okọ Chiman South abato mpesua so a omuchiem se mrahye badwa akonwa no ye NDC abanyo kon de di nkonim nenso abato komisa do nsa hye boase akinchimo nsa adi edi approve sem ama ora Martin James for San Zebrin when I'm so dinkunim. Now, and no, I almost the other just said, and yet I see it. Almost end this for the dinkunim. To be about to commissar. What's out the team? Now, I did a great coalition on ye. Any demonstration I hold you up for so far. Yeah, and yes, now, none of the atrocity said minority in parliament. Won't so more call normally or more petition. About to commissar. Yes, one factor who pardon for blue. No more train, no more kill, almost 7 goes to 10 and a full stop. No, this is say, pine. Show what about to commissar. No, they are one. Most of them pushing and say, the Chima and South abandon send this the winning. The Baya, one sound no can be. Now, Omnam Katuko, Nico, now and Yasam get up. A 44 up of Kim, the barrier and it said there be. Omni answer me as hard. No more Saint Jenny said, or more yes, I walk not for somebody permission. A free opposite for and son I won't let me acco. And you may call me call, not possi for Haruna Idris back, or my then crying. The young can fancy, not a phone, or more they buy. Mamma Penecra, Honorable Muntakamu Barak Nom, and then Haruna Idris Ras Mubarak, happy honorable in his of Senum, die. And I'm going about to commissar. Aya, electrical commissar, no penny for the Pia Jacate. Phone. Omnias, what I know much in China, or man, PM put and campus. Won't about the Jacata. No, the way I always saw on cemetery, say, for now at down when not one a baby. And I'm so, I'm a NDC minority, no, Edia to just said. Say, yeah, about to commissar, why you many not why you want Cratano. Also, Yami Aduna about your commissano about Parliament. Sabia the Yamabi or Babe na Rashabia for Yatma, almost you know. Is then there's some crowd more years of the majority or Parliament. The Neomu majority to man Trabana, Sikan in Yamakrabas or your Miran, Yadia, who met me at Yatmo. It's your non, I'm so to Jack. Now, everyone more harder, and Mama in Tier, yeah, and Sembia, Ras Mubarak. Where NDC MP was it to jar a far in a near a possibility to just so Mabumras or Manye, Yakrate, we are about to ask not the NDC, minority Canadian trust the amount.
The officer in charge, the police, or then the colleagues, almost MP, we were breaking the Public Order Act. We were all surprised. It became very laughable. So, the police was mistaking a walk for a demonstration. I had no, and yet, or literally, it wasn't a demonstration. The walk said, you go and wrestle. It was a walk to present a petition to the Commission of the Electoral Commission. Elected representatives of the people, the police for AP, pushing and shoving. They were wrong. Because it was not in breach of the Public Order Act. Public Order Act, Oyetre is demonstration, I believe. Many can say it was not a demonstration, it was a walk. The EC office is a public office. You see, until the petition come out. And also, this is what the OCK request, officer in charge, police, or no.
And no, I don't pay. Ras Mubarak, Anna, Yatin and Canon. Now, I watch them say, Moko, Nancy as in the demonstration, Marco J. To me every post for the post for Canon, Omunya. Now, Haruna Idris or majority, and as a minority leader. Yeah, Omuya Democrats and they send NDC for and the Benjamin majority of Parliament or Baba Speaker of Parliament. And the other just say, hey, almost yet. About your commissar, I remember show many no. So the Swiss and the Yabai. About your commissar, Parliament, almost about 90th drop. We have him cry about Bangalat. We maintain the hand I drew the 2 gap or brought the petition. I call electoral commissar. Now about your commissar, I show many.
This is the first time we have had election results changed 6 times by an embarrassing chairperson. So next time she comes to do a correction, we too will not accept it. Now, those of you who are aware, there is a publication in the Washington Post in the United States of America which puts the election outcome at 51.8%. the G makes a percent. That is erroneous and misleading because that's arithmetically and statistically inaccurate as she herself are corrected. We are demanding that pursuant to Regulation 2, 3, and 43 of the Public Elections Regulations CI 127, all results of polling centers for Techima South be certified, collated, aggregated, and declared. And whoever wins, let that person be the winner. But we will not accept the declaration that was done in the absence of our candidate, in the absence of our party, and in the absence of certified collation results of polling stations in Techima South. In particular, pursuant to Regulation 43, the endorsed Read Gazette notification and notice of clerk to Parliament be amended accordingly to reflect the true state of affairs. We will boycott the Electoral Commission coming forward in Parliament. That's all. We will boycott her commission in Parliament. We will not be heard. She will never be heard by us. This is a fair time we have had election.
We Haruna Idrusu and the other just said ye about your commission. Omo no ahwe omanim no ono so ba parliament bia obesi bia nya bia omo eye NDC na hwebidwafo o metan kra so won ehwe nanim tie no so ye do dia to dwam ye fa me we ento apo Ministry of Information onum aye incentive for shemu na ensem ko me no beto dwa ya no mafo pe bia tie pa aye school da ben na ye bie da ben na nkodan eko school no nam so ama on munyamfo ko dio pon ma oye information minister o dia to dwa se ente bia abemu mpanfo e ba behia nyame aduma December bosome de to so aduasa cabinet meeting be koso cabinet meeting no koso wie pe omanfo nyina be hu sadie school nsem ekro ko dio pon kroma e wo mo press conference na sem ye twene nsem ne bi o ma yentie
school reopening. Cabinet will be meeting on the 30th of December. The President's task force on COVID-19 is actually going to be working throughout the Christmas period towards the New Year. One of the major items on the table is school reopening in the New Year. The President is receiving the briefs, the learnings from the limited reopenings that we did. You recall we did some limited reopenings for final year students to write examinations, for continuing students, I think in tertiary, etc. There are reports on how it has panned out, how they managed to contain situations that came up, etc. So the President continues to receive those briefs and those analyses. And the task force has a subcommittee working on school reopening. My understanding is that by the 30th, His Excellency the President, working with his cabinet, would have arrived at a final decision on the question of school reopening, and we'll have an opportunity to announce same to the Republic of Ghana, depending on where that decision goes on the 30th. We know that parents are anxious, rightly so, but schools have to be opened in a responsible and careful manner so that they don't become places of cross-infection for our kids. But the President is just about to take a decision, a final decision on school reopening. He continues to gather both the reports and then the scenarios. And I think by the 30th, when Cabinet is done, a firm decision would have been made. School reopening.
And no, Onunya Fokojo upon our information minister. Na Nyoka, Itakasi, Ninitin, and said, I know if we say COVID-19 by our NGO to school. Na if you be the Cacra, now be in Cacranum, and Honsem now could share the more mampaning, na oba be wing, or who quite fast on be a moon. Tinkosi se obenya sa report ni nyina no betrase no nyame aduma December busumi ya ne de to so dia sa cabinet be hia na sa ba mo mpanimfo am ka se empa na epun mo hia wia adom be hunu anamontu a won ebetuo na yakwa anim no na ye hwe we so Deputy Information Minister Onyanfo Pius Enam Hajide Nankofo busa say na swearing in no nyame aduma December and January 7th ana Ghana de omampani na nadan ko for the 2AC akonya so swearing in no say na beko no dia to bia say afidie say da ye no Independence Square nya sa na beko da bi afidie no o komra se bedwa fie no kwakoye na aboa ama bibia so timi akọ then o kire mu say emere bi atwa mu na mbese bedwa for the 2 omampani anim say ye akọ anim no obi obedi akonya bia say omanfo adni 2AC akonya so a be ya konfamra parliament so we are safe na nyina sa na omanfo do na mind do na eye no no sa brain transition team na dia the Mrasabia for Kano, a bias what you know and a bayagma. And also, into the honorable Pius and Nam Hajide, Deputy Information Minister for the Chuja found.
Of November 2020, when His Excellency President Akufo-Addo commissioned the office facilities under the physical infrastructure projects of Parliament in Parliament House, Accra, Parliament made a passionate representation to him and the nation at large that they wanted subsequent swearing in of presidents of the Republic to happen in Parliament and before Parliament in accordance with Ghanaian laws and international best practices. The transition team has favorably considered the request of the Parliament of Ghana as stated by Honorable Oseche Mensah Bonsu and has hence decided that the swearing of President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo on the 7th of January 2021 shall happen before Parliament and within the precincts of Parliament. The inauguration subcommittee of the 2020 Presidential Transition Team is therefore working with Parliament to ensure a successful and COVID-compliant inauguration.
We a year or so for Abedi Chawhe Amanbohon Samso, Honorable Pius, and Nam Hajide. A Dimia Basica, any other Sabre Mosha Yang, Ghana and Archimu and Sembia to Ghana Tascacra, a Diabo Somono. The Rams and Yamia no Ukiada, and this is probably so many Manina, no Omako Supreme Court, na and Yamon Bunusno, Omnia Court name. Yes, you are heard yet. Yabako so be a better city. Nafi at the Ababe Song Bustian Four. One Airship Fire One TV, your number one.
Yo, information. You better was say no more, no adaje. Ni jumedia udi edboa Fire One, it's your for the Ahefuni now. You mean sure. Yo, bye bye. Or Sly, or reaction. I don't have a sound from you.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
The Nyamiasi said a report in by na a buying agency share to said the school for local school be na normal started business because of Ghana no my assume the Nyamiasi say near Bompire senior was a kind of quadra in Kainia no NDC bet me there among some aquada buying and I said court na yehu senior abatro no nsem sequoia na yehu on the 7th the said it didn't see a gaso the say en kono sa so said e bema asundue akoso edihini Ghana na meka bibi e wo tape audi Cambodia na sa na yenu akwame ba in fact yenu Kevin and kasa no mra se kakra because in same wo ha na wo kan na wo church obi a nipa no se bibi e fa no ho kakra bi a abai anase usafo betimi no edi because wo share se nipa no do ne bia nyame fa sama asisa nti metie nya A+ etu no fo na wode na brabo eto wo se ne no kase parties ni be use no to get into power. Now at the end of the day no omo ba power no kra ya hwenani like we said no A+ a small consider Akufo-Addo samama kra betan Ghana so Ghana ntimi nyese Dubai and America da enti no obi a wasi yento abama no be obi no obetimi ama Ghana for obi a millionaires and billionaires.
It won't happen over time, but I mean say with time no things will change.
Eska sisa obi baba Ghana no wabakasa Ghana no ehiafo ama ho ya kasa efie bi etwa me no obi se wo ba be diso ama ehiafo ni eskafo nyira yepe.
It didn't happen.
Ecosystem nti irrespective of what action and also worse no Dia wo kan say na entimi si. What you say? Enti so wo ba social media, mu say ade na we recorded. And I will send it to her. Say ankoto nkwa page. U page na koto nkofo bebre obi. Wiase be bia obi. Nti say dey see koi. Mu say se BBC a wo America ho. But any simple sa. Mu say wo mo keka nsem bi atuate sem no na mo ti omu kromo. A she kofa wo mo. Nti misra oba Edari Mahama na who campaign amanu na NDC who campaign and now say party members now attack you. Yeah, you have the right to talk about the political issues going over there. But to trespass now will court to tread people's life. You know, kasa yebobo trimutu una ube is onyabutre because we have some people who are kasa gidi. Mami omudi party na enimu a omukasa ye ba pa am opportunity na metie this guy called Owusu Power MPP member. This guy said on this since 2016 up to now yes to obey ni feel ko wontimi na ho. Already so no kasa ma MPP no kwa ha no ba ye ku say on say Owusu Power MPP ba a position ben the man. Oye DC oye minister. And as a position Ben Diamond, he's still doing the same job. What you say? Excuse me, be on the floor fighting for the party. But here's the person said, fighting my party niba power 16 and 2020 no. Why? People are going after his life. Nti yenya butre. Obi ti say the guy obi papa ni page mama no. The Buakra party member walk where demonstrate what protest where the Mahama could be crying and him say
no chian in some crowd.
Well,
you know what? Let me address this. Obi Komante say the way we are responding to the first caller. I don't know when I'll joining the live show no bad. Or see the way we are addressing it means say we are MPP, but I did respond back saying say we don't belong to any political party. Here at Fire One, we only stand by the truth and share the truth. That is all we want to talk about. We talk about things that are worth talking about. And what's any another comment saying the way we're talking about why then are we not talking about killing of Ghanaians, but we are talking about peaceful protest, and why are we not talking about EC keep changing numbers of the election, and also the burning of the markets. Noble, this is what I got for you. We've talked about this and we'll continue to talk about that. We talk about the killing, we condemned it, but Bibi Nesi in the Kosu Bibi, we don't want to continue talking about that, and we've condemned that. Ubia and deserve to die during an election. To say the first caller said no, we are employing someone's father. So I didn't know also Obi ba ewu for Obi papa. So ye be man ejumaye. That shouldn't happen. Ewo baby awas asiso. Yeah, supported that. And also with the EC issue, no, we only report the certified results are EC issue.
Yeah.
Say EC a changing numbers are not NDC NTS where they have to take it is the court.
Yeah.
That is where we'll tell them to. And I understand on the 30th Omoyom court filings, and that is good. It's a good news for the country and the supporters as well. And also the burning of the fires. Chairman but nobody is saying NDCs are doing it. Right now there's an ongoing investigation, and we will support that and wait for a verdict to come out. If it will go to the court, whatever it go to, then we'll report what comes out. But with protests, no, I don't see that being peaceful. Just alone, Uber protest there, you can protest without burning tires in public, on public property, on the streets. Just the fumes net banner alone, air pollution, and you're healthy. And no, is what we are condemning. We are in support of every protest but let it be peaceful. That is all we ask, and that is what we'll continue to say. Sly, my mom, our last comment. Na yara pay afene up.
Sky the for say I'm Safimu Namia Domo Dietra, no more cause so free affinity, Sia Bepim Naya Case Yafakovich mu, isolation, lockdown, like normally bright here. Namia Dietra between there. You will say about election. And also a protest ni a bill won't talk quiet no my yashini baby I be doing there me feel saying I'm ya pirati ya koso am promoting peace me feel say no idea here say you know the writing say the Bible can thou shalt know the truth and the truth shall set you free obo hu no kra ne be mo ayo de she me feel say say dey way idea is ni ba ye nanka the losing part know the right thing to do, go to the court and everything, work out. If you say, and I say, even to come out and tell supporters, say, they should come down and then we're going to do or follow the right way. If you say, can we could do so? And no matter say no, you will say, hey, I bind ya. STC and NPP and I say, yeah, Kufado dia. Say, yes, sir, man, you best have to do Buswana, the Quadidia Bishop. You trust man who said, and you are for the future, and you will any many the tax no, a bit yasaka. Intino, BBS be an if you bottom and a pepper. Until you be a ancient we. Now begin you say, Name Atoma, I feel this Simono, Name Abayatum, Parliament bed because we had the MPs no in watch and one. So been to me, you be a said it, or mining in arm force, and no mining in an engine. Na remember the new government and I said new policies in Ghana. Na said the baby be a Ghana be an a bed at Wakana, Nadia Sudio Bacana. But Shawusuye never home, and for whom was she be beer. Said it, why would you do say wow, and I said we and from Fasudiano. Ye who said a Kufuado, Mahama, or your bush, or be a busheni, or your be papa, and your pay, you must say to be kind. Now, so you man, I will permanent who said, oh, bow was home by Nadia Sundiabro. Nami shall be beer, and I mean, come with you. Next year, Namia Dunia Shia, and come over below I pity. Namin, you do be as.
Yo, Sly, you know what I say. Before I best know, I want to play this. For those in the viewers coming your way in January 2020, we want to educate our community with our tax system. We have more to file taxes. Let's watch this.
Thank you for the opportunity given me. My name is Anthony Jimafrepon, the CEO for Juriyaf Accounting and Tax Services. This company, accounting and tax company, has been established since 2004. And this time we will be coming live on Fire One radio and TV weekly programs. We'll be on live to educate the community on the do's and don'ts of tax practices, so people don't get into trouble with Internal Revenue Services.
So we'll be going in live once a week to Fire One Radio and TV. Please log in and be able to watch us. We'll be able to explain what we do here much better once a week. Si gustan pueden subirse a Radio 1 y televisión. Vamos a estar ahí una vez a la semana explicando lo que hacemos aquí en la oficina, tratando de guiarlos más por ese método.
All right. So they'll be coming your way every Tuesday, starting in January 2020. Tuesday in Namibia, US time, Mountain Time, 6 p.m., 8 p.m. Eastern, to help our community with this tax education. I hope you tune in and enjoy this, taking advantage of it, and that will help you with filing your taxes. What question be and why you're ready for that time. Jedamase, you tear for and you're here for, and your ma, this won't be possible. Makayon throughout the year till now. Yedamunyanase, Yamin Sharmo, would call us a frayer with your contribution. Yenina yodo mino, your poor many year, your poor sumdre. Like I always say, Ebiba so say we belong here, we belong there, which truly within my heart we don't. We just want the country to move on with greatness and riches for all. Your pasum yamo mino. Yamia he na yeso abedu pempenso ya. My fast that mano. Medianum way ebejamo. Muntie enkosirie adom ene de abedu bia yedui. Yeda your reporters are all Ghana nyina say. All the media in Ghana yeda mu nyina say mama afibiano yenya nsam ewo Ghana etie ewo akwantum ya menhra mu nyina ma mu nyina afihia pa mediane sika. If you do believe, say I don't mind. And you win in come out. Sorry, that picture on I say. All should be centered on the grace of God. Only by His grace. Thank you, Ms. Diana Hamilton.
This is Fire on the Radio.
May the magic of Christmas bring you happiness and joy.
Bring you happiness and joy.